Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to the only stream on the internet dedicated to mobile content creators and mobile YouTubers. So if that is what you are, if that is what you're into, or if that is what you aspire to be, or you just want to hang out with us today and have a good time in the chat, but you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos or live streams. Now, it's the end of 2018. This is officially the last stream of 2018, and it's the last stream before Christmas. And full disclosure, I have not even started my Christmas shopping yet because I'm that guy at the shopping mall on Christmas Eve. Like, the malls are going to close at 9 p.m. I'm the guy that rolls in at like 8 p.m. On Christmas Eve to buy everybody's presents, just running in and buying stuff. That's me. So have you started your Christmas shopping yet? Have you finished your Christmas shopping yet? And depending on where you live in the world, you might not even celebrate Christmas. Cricket. Exactly. So here's what we're doing. Yes, I'm the guy who makes chaos that day. That's exactly right. So yeah, let's rewind for a second and talk about 2018. Wow, what a year. So I've been streaming. I started streaming last December with my brother Nick on his channel. And it's been an unbelievable year for me, 2018 here on YouTube. I've got to meet so many of you and I've gotten to become friends with so many of you. And it's been an amazing experience. I hope your 2018 has been as awesome as mine has. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to kick this off proper. There's 62 people in here right now. I would love for you to type in right now. I'd love to see 73 actually viewers right now. Tell me what your 2019 goals are. Commit to them right now. Type them in. And let's kick this off properly with positive 2019 goals. So 73 people in here. I would love to see 73 2019 goals for you guys. And here's the thing. This is embedding into this video. This video is going to exist till the end of time, or at least until the end of the internet. And if you're in Europe, that could be January with Article 13. But for the rest of the world, this is going to be online for a long time. So while you guys are typing that in, I'm going to jump into the chat and I'm going to start reading off what some of you guys are talking about, what you're talking about. And I'm going to give you guys a nice warm welcome as well and do the welcome Nimminati shout out. So let's see. No, this is not Nick Nimmin. Mods, show him to the door. I'm just kidding. The Mac, how's it going, man? Cricket, you couldn't stream last night? Sorry to hear that. Okay, Paul Peck Drywall, he wants amazing growth. You're going to get it, dude, because you are absolutely on fire. Octorius wants to be consistent. Brother, you will be consistent. It's being consistent is a choice. If you want to make the choice to be consistent, you can do it. And Nicole across the pond says, my goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers. You will do that if you focus and you do it strategically. You can do that. Beanie Draws to 2019, stay alive. I can relate to that, Beanie. We are all going to stay alive together. The Mac wants to get to 100 subs. Rage 73, weight loss, brother. You can do that. K-Seam to get to 1,000 subs. Finish middle school. Poke to get to 50 subs. You can absolutely do that. Don Moody, how's it going in Melbourne, Florida there? Merry Christmas and happy to you, brother. Ringo to get more video and get good grades. All right, these are fantastic. There's a lot of positivity rolling in here with 2019 goals. My goals for 2019 are pretty simple. I plan to do more traveling with my girlfriend. We hope to do some more trekking. My brother and I are getting a podcast off the ground. We're really excited about that. Obviously, we're going to continue trying to find ways to improve Nimmin Live to bring more value to you guys. I want to improve this live stream to bring more value to you guys. I have a course that I'm working on that should be available in a couple of months that is just mobile specific. So if you're trying to get into mobile video and you're not really sure where to start and you want to learn everything there is to know about it, I got you covered. I'm working on that. Bring value. That's right, Cricket. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I have a link in the description below. Please drop your question down there because I'm going to be jumping in there and answering the questions. If it goes into the chat, you can see here the chat goes really fast and it's hard for me to actually keep track of what's going on in the chat. But if you drop it in the form, I'm going to do my very best to get to all of the questions today. So go down there and drop them in there right now. First come, first serve. So if I don't get to anybody, it's going to be those who sleep on this and come in towards the end. Okay. D's got you covered. Jason James, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of that head wound, brother. Vigard, nice to see you. All right, so yeah, who all's in here? So, of course, Beanie's here. Paul Peck is here. Garouche Arts is here. Sweeney Dunstan Gaming is in the house. The A3 Gang Cricket is in the house. Chance Everything, Karen Summers, Jason James, of course, I miss you, brother. I wish you were still here. Addie the Killer, the Freedom Hustler in the house. Okay, Freedom Hustler asked an interesting question. He says, will there be a D. Nimmin new travel vlog channel? Probably not. I actually originally, before I started doing this, I was thinking, okay, what am I passionate about? I love to travel. I like mobile stuff. I like messing with apps. I love filming stuff, taking pictures of stuff with my phone. And I thought about doing this. Okay, so this is what poor planning does. Now, I have a history of video production, so I know the importance of planning, but I've never actually done it on YouTube for myself. I was always hired to do it for somebody else. So I went to Nepal. We went trekking. My girlfriend and I went trekking to Mount Everest Base Camp. It was, 14 days trekking through the Himalayas. And if you guys are from Nepal, you know what I'm talking about. Absolutely amazing experience. But I took my cameras. I took the GoPros and all kinds of cameras and all this gear. And man, I shot so much stuff. And so when I came home and I didn't really plan out the shots that I needed, I didn't plan everything out. I came home with so much, I'm just gigs and gigs and gigs and gigs and gigabytes of content. And it was just overwhelming. And I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to do a travel channel because it was too time consuming to sort through the content because I didn't plan properly. So that was on me. I'm going to own that one. And that's why I didn't start a travel vlog and I started this one instead. Will there be one in the future? Probably not, because that's pretty time consuming. All right. Who else is in here? Andy the Killer, D, you're the best. You are the best. You are the best. You guys are supporting me. You're holding me up. So you are the best. Rage 73. What microphone do you use for live streaming? Okay, this is the Rode Procaster microphone. Rode Procaster. By the way, as many questions as you can put in that form, that's going to be the better. Darren Buss, how's it going? Or Boost, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you coming in and watching my videos and leaving the comments. You're in there under every single one of them, and I appreciate it. Merry Christmas and holidays to all. Stoutman TV. All right, man. Kryptonian, how's it going? Okay, so I'm going to jump into that form and I'm going to answer some of your questions. And I'm also going to be, we're going to be talking about mobile stuff. We're going to be talking about mobile YouTubing. We may or may not get into mobile channel reviews today. I'm not sure, considering this is the last stream of the year and all that. We might just hang out for a little bit, kind of play it by ear. But before I do that, I do want to thank TubeBuddy for sponsoring today's show, making this all possible. TubeBuddy is the #1 browser plugin and growth app for YouTubers. If you don't have it yet, you're seriously missing out. This is a tool that you need. Even if it's the free version, you need to get it and you need to learn how to use it. I've got a link in the description below that can let you download that or put it into your browser. It will help you with your keyword research. It will help you get your titles together depending on the level. And if you're on a mobile app or the browser version, you can even A/B test your thumbnails. This is a tool you absolutely need. And on a personal level, I want to give a personal thanks to the entire staff over at TubeBuddy. You guys do a lot for the community. Thank you for that. Everybody really appreciates what you do. Mark Decker, how's it going? All right. Gang's all here. All right. I'm going to jump into the form. And there's only a handful of questions in here. And this will fill up quickly. So we will be able to get through a lot of these today, if not all of them. Okay. First question comes from Cobb Cab R, who rocks an Android. He says, why don't some YouTubers get subscribers even when they upload many videos? That's a good question. And there are a bunch of answers for that. But just because you're uploading a lot of videos, like brute force uploading, that doesn't mean that you're providing value to somebody. That doesn't mean that you're making content that people are necessarily interested in. So what you need to do is, if you're wondering about yourself, if you're brute force uploading there, go in, check your audience retention report to see what percentage people are watching your videos. If you're down, 5%, 10%, 20%, something like that, you know that they're not that interested in your videos. So if you're not getting subscribers and you're brute force uploading, you need to kind of rethink your content strategy. And sometimes you just need to ask them, right? A lot of people are throwing content up there and they're not asking. Lily Tree, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Flash in the Pan, how's it going? A lot of people come in or a lot of people upload and they actually don't ask for people to subscribe. If you don't ask them, they're not going to. So, by asking them to subscribe, asking them to leave a comment, asking them to share, that's a call to action, or CTA, as you've probably seen floating around when people are talking about that sort of thing. If you're not asking for them to do something. If you're not putting your call to action out there, then they might not be subscribing for that reason. Like your content might be very good, but you're just not asking them to subscribe. Could be that simple. So, hey, Neil Starlord, how's it going? Nice of you to join us. The call-in video show says, yes, a subscribe sandwich. Now, here's the thing. Here's a little tip. If you go in and you look at your audience retention report, okay? And now this, you have to go down video per video on this, but if you look where the drop off, and I'm not talking about the drop off at the very beginning. Everybody has that, well, most people have that slope at the very beginning because that's where somebody instantly, it opens up and they don't like whatever, they click out. I'm talking, you know, 15, 20 seconds in, 30 seconds in, 3, 4 minutes in, and you see like that large drop right before that large drop. And if you can find patterns, right? If you can say, okay, on average, these drops tend to happen in the same place, start moving your first call to action. If it's to subscribe or whatever it is you want them to do, start moving that before those people are actually dropping off. And when you're adding a card on your video, go through each one of your videos, go back after your videos have been published for like a week. You can go in, you can get all your data after 48 hours, go back and look at it after a week though, look where the drop off is, and then move your card, your first card, right before the drop off. So if the majority of the people are leaving there, you at least get one more chance to show them another video right before most of them will actually exit your video. And the goal is to get people to watch more of your content, get them binging on your videos so you can get more watch time. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, everybody? Type in yes if that makes sense to you. I know some of you are brand new to all of this and you're just getting started. We all can't be Paul Peck. By the way, brother, I'm so looking forward, Paul, to seeing what you are doing in 2019. You are going to absolutely crush it, brother. Crush it. Okay, so we got a lot of yeses in here. Josephine, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Yes, Daddy-O, Jason James, you got it. Okay. Kasim says your question's in the form. Okay, it's the form. Yeah, FORM. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll get to that. Hey, John, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Hello, people of the internet. Hey, Vigard. Yeah. Hope you're doing well. Farhan Tech Gaming. Bro, I'm a big fan from India. Inspired from you. I try to make tech tutorials in Hindi. Man, I am just, that's so awesome. Like the fact that I inspire anybody to do anything at all, even one person, that just blows my mind. Like I'm still very humbled by all of this. So I hope you're doing well in India. I've been to India. I love traveling to India. I can't wait to come back. Cannot wait to come back. Cosmic. By the way, I did see some super chats come in. Give me 1 second. I'm going to let me back it up here just one moment. See who I missed here. I saw, I think, 2 come in. What did they say here? Get to everybody pulled up. Okay, 3 of them. Okay. Big Dog says 2019, he plans on getting better on YouTube in 2019. Big Dog, you can absolutely do that. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated, my friend. PokeBro35 says, can you review me, please? Yes, I can. We are not going to be pulling up a lot of channels today. I want this to be more of like a chill, answering questions sort of thing, but I will be pulling up a couple channels. And since you are early on this, early bird gets the worm sort of thing, absolutely. Cosmic W, hi D, love your channel. You have helped me a lot. Can I get a review mostly on thumbnails since I think I'm more work on since I need work on those the most? Cosmic W, yes, you can absolutely do that. Now, I am going to jump into the chat the forum right here and answer one of these because I'm going to try to burn through all of these because what's happening is you guys have been leaving so many questions that I haven't been able to get to everybody. Apologize for that. I do the best I can to actually get to everybody, but you know, there's only so many hours in the day and it's actually nighttime here. It's 11:15 p.m. By the time I get out of here, it'll be, well, you know, 1 a.m. or something like that. So Snowy Rains is rocking a tablet. Very cool. Says, I have an iPad and an iPhone, but all my friends have iPhones. You have great friends, by the way. And I have no idea if my channel art is aligned for Android. And I was wondering, could you please look at it for me? It would be much appreciated. So you want to find out if your channel, how the channel looks for Android. We can do that. We're going to pull you up. We're going to see what you look like, Snowy Rains. I'm going to pull you up on both the iPhone really quickly, and I'm going to pull you up on the Android. Oh, yeah, you're actually fine. Let me pull you up and show. Oh, and I just lost you. 1 second. Butterfingers right here. I got all these phones plugged in. Man, what is going on? I've got all these phones plugged in, and my big Butterfingers are just pressing on all sorts of buttons. Okay. So to pull you up on both of these, that's how you look, man. Everything fits, right? On the left is Apple, on the right is Android. That works, dude. Like, everything looks good. If you scroll around on your thumbnails, yeah, everything's easy to read. Nice, easy to read fonts. Yeah. Yeah, I think it works, man. Everything works. It looks good enough. Keep rocking on it, man. I would, if those thumbnails are performing for you, I would check the CTR to see how they're performing for you. If they're down in the low percentages, I might try to work on improving how they look. But in terms of your font choice, in terms of your colors, you got it. All right, I'm jumping back into the chat right now. There's a lot of movement here. See how you guys are doing here. Let's see. Nick Nimmin is in the house. Moderators, you need to be more careful who you let in the room. How's it going, Nick? Hope you're doing well. You're hitting the road tomorrow, so I hope that you're not going to sleep before I get off here. The Predictor, how's it going? Roger, the Expert Plumber, up in the house. How's it going here? Please do not review my channel. Just wanted to say Merry Christmas. What's a low CTR? Okay, Roger. Low CTR, obviously CTR is click-through rate. YouTube says that the average channel on YouTube is between 2% and 10%. So I would say anything 1%, 2%, maybe even down 3%, I would say that's on the lower end. If you can get thumbnails that are up on the higher end, 5%, 6%, 10%, or even higher, you're going to get a lot of views on that probably. But anything that's kind of down low, I would experiment with that and see if you can improve those. Sometimes, you know, I'm constantly testing my thumbnails. Sometimes doing a color change can get more clicks. Sometimes, like I saw quite an improvement. I have some crops of me where I'm further back, but then I crop it in tighter and I get like a significant boost in clicks on those videos. But also keep in mind, a lot of this can be topic based too. So there's a lot of experimenting that you have to do. And by the way, Roger, hope you have a happy holidays, brother. All right, back into the chat right here. Smoking Pot with Steve, how's it going? Hope you were doing well. Perhaps one of the coolest names on the internet. There's no question what is happening on your channel. I love that. All right, I'm going to jump back into the forum, moving on to the next one because they're piling up now, so we're going to crank through these. Okay, what's your channel name? Kasim. Kasim, rocking an iPhone, says, does my channel look good enough for people who go to my channel? That's an interesting question. Does my channel look good enough for people when they go to my channel? That is a really interesting question because what do you think? Do you think your channel looks interesting enough to you? And I'm going to pull you up right now and we're going to take a look at this. So Kasim, it looks to me like you're playing Fortnite. Fortnite live stream, Fortnite live stream. I got destroyed in Fortnite, Fortnite live stream, Fortnite live stream. Okay, so I know there's a lot of gamers in here. If you're a gamer, go in, drop it, hashtag gamer, represent like you do every single Sunday. Throw it up, let everybody know what you're doing in here. I want you gamers to tell Kasim, because I'm not a gamer. So it's not, like, to me, I would like to see more variation with your thumbnails on the ones where you're doing Fortnite live stream, Fortnite live stream. You are changing the characters, which is cool, but I might try to change that up just a little bit. Again, I'm nitpicking. It does work because you are changing the characters. I mean, if you look at me, I use the same image. I just changed the date. So gamers, what do you think about these thumbs? Are these interesting enough thumbs for you? Yes or no? Gamers, help another gamer out and let him know if this channel looks interesting to you. You don't have to give him a number specifically, but just let him know yes or no. Does this look interesting to you as a fellow gamer? And then Kasim, look what everybody's saying here. Look at all the gamers here and try to get a balance of what's going on. But I will say this, and let me see what you're doing here with your views. Okay, so you've got a pretty low view count, but you are getting some views. That's really cool. As your channel grows, keep an eye on your click-through rate to see if these thumbnails are working or not for you. So we've got mixed results. We've got a kinda, we've got average, we've got no's, we've got yeses. So it's not an overwhelming yes or no. So I would personally take that. If I didn't get an overwhelming yes, and I got a handful of no's, I would probably take that as it's good. You're on the right track. You definitely know what you're doing. I mean, you can put thumbs together. Your header looks cool. I mean, you might want to put a tagline in your header to let people know what it is you're doing with Fortnite exactly, what you're doing with Fortnite, or, you know, including live streaming, or if you have an upload schedule or a live stream schedule. But yeah, you might want to try to practice a little bit to make those just a little bit better, because people are, yeah, they're on the fence about that. All right, moving on to the next question. And this one is from Nicole across the pond. That's a really cool name, with an iPhone. Says, hey D, can you please recommend a cableless, perhaps Bluetooth microphone for filming with the iPhone? Interesting. I have a microphone with a cable, but it bothers me when I film skits and move around in front of the iPhone. Okay, that's a great question. And to be totally honest with you, and Nick, if you're still in here, what is the name? Is it called the interview kit? Is that the wireless setup that we have from Rode? I'm not sure of the name. So Nicole across the pond, we have one wireless setup here that we use, but I've actually never tried to use it on my iPhone, so I can't tell you if it's good or not. I am going to do a review on this and some other microphones in the future, probably in January. I'm going to cover this, some microphone options, and I'm definitely going to include this if I can get it to work with my iPhone. So unfortunately, I can't answer that today, but it is coming. Okay, it's the Filmmaker Pro from Rode. Right, but I've never used it on my iPhone. Dan, Creator Fundamentals, up in the house. How you doing, brother? Great video today, Dan, on the Patreon thing. I didn't even know that was going on. Thank you for the update on that. I do appreciate it. Back into the forum here. And by the way, if any of you mobile creators actually have a wireless microphone for your iPhone and you recommend it, go ahead and let her know what is thumbs up, thumbs down, what you think about it. There's so many things for me to review. I've got gimbals in here, various microphones. I just don't have, I haven't been able to get it all. Legends Keeper, can I be a mod? I've never even seen you before, Legends Keeper. No, I don't want a lot of moderators in here. I just want a couple of moderators, and they do a really good job of handling what's going on. Because for the most part, everybody who comes in here is really cool and really respectful. So because of that, I thankfully do not need a lot of moderators. Oh yeah, Nick. So Sennheiser does make a wireless setup for the iPhone, but I've never tried it, so I can't tell you if it's good or not. All right, back into the forum. Moving on to the next question. These questions are piling up. Thank you. Let's see who is next on the list here. So the MAC, also with an iPhone. And here's the weird thing. There's so many of you coming in here with iPhones today, but if you look at my stats on my channel, I have such low iPhone viewers. Almost everybody's on an Android. So he says, my channel is extremely weird. Some of my videos have over 50 views and some only have 6. Can you explain why? Well, I'm going to guess with that kind of view count that you might just be getting started. And let me look really quick to see what's going on. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, so you're just getting started. That's what I thought. You actually have one with 164 views. So that's the thing about YouTube. A lot of it's going to be based on your topic. Some of it can be based on the topic and your thumbnail. There's lots of things that can actually, you know, cause your view count to go up and go down. You might have made a video that's based on, you know, that there's something trending at that time, and you just happen to hit that trend. But by the way, Dan from Creator Fundamentals who's in here, he's really good at catching those trends and riding those. I mean, he got a ton of subscribers off of one trend a while ago. So looking at your view count here, and also you just need to give this time. You know, as your channel grows, as the momentum starts to build, I mean, you're still going to see this. If you go look at my channel right now, my top video's got like 200-something thousand views on it. And then I've got another video that's just got like 1,000 views. You know, it's all over the place. So that happens. Topic can have a lot to do with that. When it's released, is something trending, your thumbnail, you know, lots of variables there. Moving on to the next question. AD Guy 1 with an Android says, when are you going to be visiting India? Which city and state? AD, I don't know. I hope to get back to India next year. I really love India. I think India is a fantastic country. So much history and culture there. It's amazing, and the best food in the world, hands down. Hands down. Cricket, you hate Bluetooth. Okay, Beanie Draw says, D probably shouldn't have put channel reviews in the title. Seems he didn't want to focus too heavily on it. Yeah, Beanie, I'm going to do a couple today, but I just don't want it to be like all that the stream is about today. I'd rather hang out with people. And if we pull channels up naturally, I'm totally fine with that. I just don't want to like, hey, this is what we're doing all day long, and then we do that for the next 2 hours. Let's see here. TYS World TV. My birthday comes on Christmas. Happy early birthday, man. That's really cool. So I've always wondered, people who were born on Christmas, and tell me the truth here. Do you get screwed on your presents? Do your parents are like, hey, here's your Christmas present. Sorry, you don't get a birthday present. Like, I would think that if you have your birthday like in a, months away, you can totally milk that for what it's worth versus having them both on the same day. So yeah, feel for you there. I mean, it's cool to have it on that day, but yeah, I bet you get screwed on your presents there. All right, let's see. I'm going to jump back into the forum right here. I'm going to answer one more question, then I'm going to pull up a couple of the super chatters. Next up on the list is from T Gaming, rocking an Android. Says, what can I personally do to ensure more growth on my channel? So if you want more growth on your channel, and by your name, it appears to be your gaming channel, T Gaming. Okay, so first thing I'd recommend is I would, in your channel header, I would definitely tell people what you're gaming. Tell them what type of games you're playing. I mean, but again, nobody's going to subscribe or unsubscribe because of the channel header. In just terms of clarity to make it easier on people who are just kind of on the fence about what's going on with the channel. As a gamer, and we go over this pretty much every stream, but as a gamer, you need to, and you've only been doing this for 2 months. So the first thing I need to tell you is be patient and know that this is going to take a while. Nothing in YouTube is going to happen quickly unless you just happen to hit a viral video or something like that, or you get shared out by the right person. But generally speaking, the majority of us, we are in the trenches. Daniel Patel, is Lovely Locks in the house? Daniel Patel, how you doing? Yep, there he is. There he is. Daniel Patel. My son was born 10 days before Christmas. My bank account was dry, man. I feel for you. I feel for you. Back to T Gaming. Yeah, like 2 months. You're in this for 2 months. No, this is definitely, you got to think about the long run in this. This is going to take a while. You're going to be in the trenches. You need to strategically put your videos together. I don't know exactly what you're doing with your gaming. I actually closed you down. But if you're a gamer, here's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on thumbnails that are hot, right? Because if all those gamers out there, they're all making really good thumbnails. And here's what you need to do. Some of the time that you play that game, because gamers, you guys are really, and ladies, are really good at solving problems. You're excellent at solving problems. So you need to take some of those problem-solving skills and you need to apply them to analytics. You need to learn how to game your audience retention. You need to learn and gamify your click-through rate on your thumbnails. And that means you're going to have to take some of that gaming time and apply it to actually learning the skills of building really, really good thumbnails and editing, because just putting the game up and playing the game, everybody does that. But if you can edit your game to just really good parts where people actually want to watch that, you're engaging, you're entertaining to watch, people want to watch you. Let's say you're playing Minecraft. There's probably 1 million people playing Minecraft, but you are the only person with your personality who's able to entertain people in the way that you can do it. So I would say be the best you that you can be. That's what I would strive for. And by the way, I know there's a ton of gamers in here. You guys have already represented, but I mean, you got your work cut out for you guys. So you have to work even harder than the average gamer. Leron, how's it going? Leron says gaming channels that focus. Oop, I just lost you, Leron. Gaming channels that focus on one game and have a unique angle grows so well. Exactly. Like if you can just laser focused on one game and maybe find something within that game to focus on, instead of just saying, hey, I'm doing just, gameplay, or I'm just doing walkthroughs, whatever. Find like a niche within that game, be specific within that game, make hot thumbnails, be entertaining, and just stick it out, man. You got to have realistic expectations too. A lot of people are just getting started on YouTube and they think, hey, I'm not getting subscribers. I get emails. I know anybody in here right now that's in the actual YouTube education space. I know Nick's in here. You get emails. They go, hey, man, I'm not growing. I don't understand what's going on. Am I wasting my time? They send you your channel. You look at the channel. They've got like 6 videos. You're like, come on, man. Like Roberto Blake says, go make 100 videos and then see where you stand, because what you're going to learn over the course of making 100 videos is going to be a lot. All right, back into the super chats here. I need to pull up some of these channels. So Poke Bro 35. Give me just a second, Poke Bro, and I'm going to pull you up here. Poke Bro 35. I hope I can find you. There you are. Let's see what Poke Bro is doing on their channel. Okay, Poke Bro, is there anything specific you want me to look at? Okay, Poke Bro. So here's what's going on. Poke Bro, you see, okay, you kind of got the troll stuff going on in the header. That kind of sets the tone for what's happening in your channel. I would definitely lower your text there in your channel art because it's getting cut off. And I would tell people, I mean, you got your troll icons up there, but I would maybe put a tagline, let people know what's actually going on in your channel, what to expect. Let's see what you're doing here. I would definitely work on your thumbnails as well, especially the ones where you have thumbnails that look the same as the others. Because let's say Desperate for Life. Let's say I watch this video, Desperate for Life, and then Endgame gets served up to me. Hey, do you want to watch Endgame? If I don't remember the title, which I probably won't, I might remember that thumbnail because I've already tapped on it. So I'm going to say, okay, I've already watched that video. So definitely make all of the videos a little bit different, even if you got to like add a number to it or something like that. But for you, I would fine tune the header just a little bit. And then I would come down to your thumbnails and I would work really hard on getting your thumbnail game together. Because without those thumbnails, a lot of people aren't going to be tapping on them. And in terms of your titles, think of creating titles that might be more searchable so people can actually find you. If you're making content that's easy for people to find and thumbnails that people will click on, you're going to get the views. But in terms of like, I'm sorry, or story time, for example, right? Like who's going to find those? Okay, you have 4 views on I'm sorry and 1 view on story time. So that should tell you that people aren't really looking for that sort of thing. It's hard for them to find that content. And then when they do find it, you know, story time and I'm sorry has the exact same thumbnail. So that's what I'd recommend for you. Definitely, above all else, work on your titles and work on your thumbnails. Nerd Logistics, how's it going? Infinite Jackal, hope you're doing well. Cosmic W, hold on here. I just lost a whole bunch. This thing just spun up on me. Pizzles Tech Time, how's it going? How to Automotive. Make the header phone appropriate. Exactly. So, Poke Bro, I'm going to drop a link right now. 1 second here, channel banner. So the link I'm dropping in the chat right now is a video where I walk you through making a basic YouTube channel banner. Don't worry about how I actually show you how to do it because you understand what you're doing. What you need to do is you need to go to the description of that video and go down and get the template that I give for free. Download that template and then build that using my same steps inside of the app if you do stuff on your phone. I'm not sure if you do or not. Then when you upload it on your phone, then everything's going to fit and it's going to be centered up correctly. All right. Now I'm going to go back into the form here, moving right along. Okay, these things are piling up. Thank you for sending these questions over. These things are piling up really fast. Let's see. Combat Gamer. Boy, there's so many gamers in here. Combat Gamer rocking an iPhone says, please review my channel this time. And also my question is, what is the best thumbnail making app for iPhone? Now, there's a handful of people in here with iPhones. I'm going to tell you what my favorite is, but I'm curious for those of you with iPhones, I would love for you to type in and let him know what you think hey, Adeep, how's it going? I would let you type in and let him know what you think your favorite app is for creating thumbnails. For me, if you have an iPhone, I think that's what you had. Short memory, getting old, people. El Jefe Reviews, yes. Snapseed. Okay, so I'll tell you right now what's on my main iPhone. So Snapseed is an absolute must. Totally free. There's no ads, nothing. It's incredibly easy to use. Snapseed is a must. Another one that I like is PicsArt, P-I-C-S Art. PicsArt is fantastic. Another one is Photor, which is fantastic. And what else would I recommend on here? If you're just getting started and you want to build things off of templates because you're not really sure how things should go, you can use the Canva app. Canva works really well. So those are the ones that I recommend. And here's a little bonus. There's a free app called Lens Distortions, or LD. This is really good for putting light hits on your picture. So if you have your thumbnail all set up and you want to do something with it to just add a little shine here or there, or a glitter or a shimmer, something like that, that does that, and it's totally free. Interesting. Lil Gigs, INT, international maybe. Are you married? I am not married, but I have a girlfriend. I have a life partner. Neither one of us really don't want to go through the marriage process. We're kind of cool right where we're at. Not against it. It's just where we're at. All right, Cosmic W. I think you're up on the list here. You're coming up next. Let me get you pulled up, Cosmic W. Cosmic W. Let's see, what type of content are you making? And another gamer. Okay, you're a mobile gamer. Let's get you pulled up. You wanted me to look specifically at thumbnails. Okay. And by the way, gamers, if you don't know, I recently made a video. Do I have a link to this? 1 second here. Yeah, so I'm dropping a link right now. I walk you through the process of how to build a Fortnite thumbnail using PixArt. Now, you can use the same steps that I show you in this tutorial to make any gaming thumbnail that you want. So if you're just getting started and you're wanting to learn, okay, how can I make a gaming thumbnail? I'm not really sure how to do this. This is a great video to watch to get started. Addicted to Profit is happily unmarried. Exactly. Okay, down to your thumbnails. And by the way, I think your thumbnails look really good, Cosmic W. Like, this is super eye-catching up here at the very top. I really like these a lot. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to grade these because these look dope. How would you grade these? Scale of 1 to 10, how would you grade these thumbnails? I'm going to give you a 10, dude. These are super eye-catching. They look different than the average game thumbnail. You've got your identifying mark down in the bottom left-hand corner. Everything is super, super colorful. The fonts are easy to read. Everything is vibrant. Dude, I dig it, man. Absolutely love these. I'm giving you a 10. And it looks like everybody in the chat is giving you a 10 as well. So high five, fist bump. Get up and strut around the table or something, dude, because these are fantastic. Beanie Draws, get out of here. Get out of here, Beanie Draws. What are you talking about? But the question is, do these perform for you? Right? You're just getting started. You're not getting a lot of views. So as your channel's growing, dude, I would love for you to come back 3 or 4 months from now, and I would love to talk to you about what your click-through rate is on these thumbnails when you have more views, because these look really good. These look really, really good. By the way, El Jefe, I just want to say happy holidays, brother, to you and Paloma both. Hope you guys have an awesome Christmas and New Year's, holding it down in San Francisco. Give her a big hug from me and Nick and I. Even Romantic gives it thumbs up. All right, moving back into the forum. We got a bunch of questions here piling up. So Adeep, thank you, man. You are always here. You're so very supportive. I love it, man. Thank you. Hello, D. Very good evening and Merry Christmas to you and family. I wanted to ask, is there any way to switch between front and rear camera during recording a video? Okay, we may have touched on this yesterday on Nimmin Live. To my knowledge, the majority of the phones don't do that while they're actually recording. I think I read there's a couple of Huawei phones and some of the newer Xiaomi phones that might do that while recording. But I know while you're live streaming through, it might be Streamlabs or even YouTube, I think you can switch back and forth while you're live streaming. The audio can get out of sync a little bit. Hey, Katie Fries, how's it going? Thanks for coming in here. But as far as I know for recording, I don't think you can do that unless you have one of the phones that do it. The Mac, don't you just tap it twice? Well, you know what, Adeep? What did you say you have? You've got an Android. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would have to actually try that with my Android. But, a lot of this stuff comes down to devices. And by the way, I just checked out the new Xiaomi, what is it, the Xiaomi 8 Pro. Man, that is a fantastic. So if you guys are in India and you're looking for a great phone, the Xiaomi 8 Pro is a fantastic phone. I was playing with that the other day. If I actually didn't have the Samsung Galaxy 9, I would absolutely jump on that phone. Cosmic W's, thank you, man. He says, I will be using Pixel Lab and another app to saturate the colors to make it look more colorful. And thanks again for the review. Glad you like them. Dude, they're fantastic. Everybody in here, except for Beanie Draws, love your thumbnails. And that's the thing, right? You can take your normal images and drop them into Pixel Lab or Snapseed, and you can crank up the saturation, crank the contrast a little bit, and make them really pop. Jeff Walnut says your video is out of sync. It's probably my audio, where I'm streaming to you from Thailand, and we usually have all kinds of, our internet's not the best over here, so we usually have some sort of issues over here. So it would probably go in and out throughout the course of the stream. And I'm here by myself, so I'm not going to dig in there and try to fix that. All right, moving on to the next question here. Let's see, from Garish Arts, rocking an Android, says, hey, D, my friend records some other person's content and has 600 subscribers. Ooh, but I produce my own videos and I only have 33 subscribers. Don't you think that's unfair? All right. Yeah, so Garish Arts, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you two things. Number one, if your friend is copying content that he or she does not own, if they're taking videos from other YouTubers, they're taking it from television, they're taking it from Hollywood, I don't know where they're getting it from, you didn't say, they're putting that online, there's a very, very, very good chance that they're going to get hit with copyright strikes or copyright claims in the future, right? Just because they're not hit today doesn't mean that they're not going to get hit in the future. And if you get too many copyright strikes, you can definitely risk losing your channel on that. So yeah, that's one of those things to where if you do that eventually, because as YouTube's AI gets smarter, as the content tool gets passed out to more creators. For example, I think they may have lowered it. I think somebody got it under 100,000, but I know they have a content tool to where you can actually, like, YouTube will tell you, hey, all of these channels are using your videos, and it will show you which one of these videos are using your videos and what percentage of your video they're using in your videos. And you can choose to give them a strike, or you can claim the monetization on that video. So as that kind of gets better and more evolved, I think your friend's going to lose out on that. Now, in terms of fair, one, don't compare yourself to any other channel or anyone else on their own journey, right? Like, you are on your own journey, your friend is on their own journey, and based on what your friend is doing, they're on a journey to destruction. So is it fair? Dude, nothing is fair, right? The only thing that matters is what you're doing, your grind. So I wouldn't even worry about your friend. Every minute that you're wasting thinking about what your friend is doing, and I tell you right now, your friend doesn't care. Your friend is just jacking that content. They're putting it on. They got 600 subscribers because they don't care, right? Now you're focused on them. You're worried about them. You're worried about them to the point that you're asking me what I think about it, right? Don't worry about it. Focus on your own thing. Put your blinders on. Put your head down. Grind it out. Focus on you, and don't worry about that. They will get handled eventually. Might not happen for a while, but they'll eventually get handled. So yeah, like Vigard says, make a goal for your channel, focus on that goal, figure out how you're going to get to that goal, and just work on that. Don't worry about your friend. Don't worry. You do you. Hey, needs more subs. How's it going? And at the end of the day, dude, I mean, none of this is fair. I mean, but you don't even think about that. Who cares, right? Like, like you can't really say, oh, well, that's not fair. You just can't do it. Like, your friend is hustling. Your friend is hustling. Now, they're hustling in a way that's going to bite them in the ass eventually, but they're hustling, right? They don't care. So you need to have that mindset, but do it with your own content. Yeah, like Beanie says, they're going to have their channel deleted eventually, and then they're going to come back and complain to YouTube, and they're going to say, why was my channel deleted? This isn't fair. This is what your friend is eventually going to say to YouTube. This isn't fair. I put too much work into this. It's not fair that you just deleted my channel. Mike Van Doozy in the house. How's it going, man? I hope you are doing well. Happy holidays to you and yours, Mike Van Doozy. All right, next question. We're moving right along here. These things are piling up, and we are going to knock them down here. Oh, let's see. Moon Allured. What are some great ways to color grade videos on an iPhone? That's actually a fantastic question. Let me see if I've got this app. 1 second here. I downloaded an app recently, and I haven't spent the time on it yet. 1 second. Let me see if I've got it. What is the name? There's an app that I downloaded. It is called... Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, there's an app called Video Grade. VIDEOGRADE. Video Grade. And I haven't used it yet, but it really high reviews. It was recommended to me by somebody else. They said that's really good to do color grading on your videos on an iPhone. So I haven't used it. It's on my phone. And I will be doing a review of this once I actually dig into it. Uber Girl Paula LA, how's it going? Moving right along to the next question. Let's see here. Okay. V Worldwide, rocking an Android, says, I've been very discouraged lately. Sorry to hear that. I've been getting some decent views on my channel, but right now I only have 42 subscribers. I'm totally lost as to what is going on. I've started working on improving my thumbs, but I'm just lost as to why no one is subscribing. Do you have any thoughts? Well, let's see here. The first thing I'm going to tell you. Okay, so you're doing tech reviews, and I see you're using Snapseed to make your thumbs. Okay. So you're using Snapseed. I see just the last couple of your thumbnails using Snapseed you've done. Here's somebody. El Jefe, are you still in here right now? Yeah, El Jefe is still in here. El Jefe is using Snapseed. So I would look at El Jefe's thumbs, look at what he's doing with Snapseed. He's making his thumbs look really good. I know he's using Snapseed to make his colors more vibrant, to make, to put a look on top of his pictures. I know some of the thumbs, he's kind of desaturated them. Some of them, he's pumping them up. But look at what he's doing. He's using Snapseed to make his thumbnails. So that's the first thing I would do, is I would work on your thumbnails. And then the second thing that I would think about is, let me see how long you've been doing this. 1 second here. So you've been at this for about 9 months, but it doesn't look like you've been seriously grinding it out in just maybe the past 3 months. So let's just look at the last 3 months. If you're looking at the last 3 months, yeah, so you're getting the videos up there. Okay, here you go. Look at this. You have one video, and let me pull you up here on my phone. I just realized that I'm sitting here talking and nobody can see what I'm talking about. So give me 1 second, everyone. I do apologize. V Worldwide. And I can also tell you, like Team Unfiltered, El Jefe's in here representing for Team Unfiltered. They're all in the tech space, and the tech space is hard. The tech space is really hard. There's a lot of people doing it. Let me get you pulled up here. Okay, so yeah, so you've got your Snapseed thumbnails up here at the top. Now, where did that video go? Okay, right here. So you've got this one. You've got these, okay, 12 views, 30 views, 30 views, 30 views. But look at this. Alienware, Advanced Gaming Keyboard Unboxing, 1,800 views on this video, right? Then I think I saw another one down here, didn't I? No, okay, so it's that one. So that one, you nailed that one. So what you did is you obviously either shared this out somewhere, or you hit the right topic or the right time. Maybe this was released and you hit it at the right time. But like, you should have like backed that up with other videos like that. Like if you get a video that does well, I would come in and make more videos like that. So I would dig into your analytics, and I would try to find all the traffic sources. I would try to figure out why this video is doing so well compared to the others, because it is smoking all the other videos. Now, you may have shared it out on Reddit. I don't know. Dig into your analytics, see where the traffic sources are coming from, and then I would try to replicate that. Come back, do another one of these. It was only a month ago. Come back, do another one of these. Try to take a different approach on this keyboard. But if you're putting videos up and they're not working, see, this one works too. Try this before you buy the Galaxy Watch. That has a lot more views than your other ones. So think about that when you're putting stuff together. When they're working and your videos are doing a lot better than the other ones are, do more of those. But in terms of your thumbnails, definitely go over and look at what Al Jefe's doing. He's using Snapseed as well. You could definitely pump these up. I think the second thumbnail here is definitely easier to read. The one with the italics on the top and the different font changes on the very top here. That one's a little bit hard for me to read when it's down slow, or when it's down slow, when it's shrunk down. The one on the top here, that one's definitely easier to read. El Jefe says 99% of the thumbnails are full color. I'm going black and white to draw the eye to my video just as the contrast to see. Yeah, exactly. See, that's the thing with the thumbnail designs. Like, on one hand, you want things to be colorful, right? But what if all of everybody you're competing against, like what I recommend everybody do is whatever the title is going to be for your video, type that into YouTube and then look at the results, right? Look at the results of what your title is going to be. And then if it's everybody's thumbnail is just like very vibrant and it stands out and you're thinking, okay, what could I possibly do to be seen in this sea of thumbnails? Maybe you need to go the opposite direction, right? Maybe color isn't the option. Maybe you need to dull it down. Maybe you need to go black and white, right? So whatever your title is going to be before you actually go live, type it into YouTube, look at the results, study those thumbnails and say, okay, while keeping my same feel, while keeping the same overall feel of my brand, the vibe of my channel, here's my competition. What can I do with my thumbnail to really make it stand out? You might have to go one extreme, or you might have to go the other extreme, or you might just have to change the style up a little bit. But in terms of your growth, because you only just started grinding again 3 months ago, I would say just stick it out. Try to find out why this keyboard video hit. Try to figure out what made it popular. And then if that happens again, ride on that hard. And you can do other things too. Like, I'm not watching your videos, but make sure you're putting your cards in there. Make sure you're dropping your cards in there before the drop off on audience retention. Make sure you've got end screens on there. Make sure that in your comments, after your video goes live, write a comment, right? Say, hey, if you like this video, watch this one next, and then link out another relevant video on your channel and then pin that so it stays up there at the top. If you go to my channel, right now, look at any one of my videos, you scroll down, the first comment that you're going to see is a comment pinned by me where I try to hand the viewer off to 1 or 2 more videos to get them to watch. And you'd be surprised, you know, those older videos that I try to link through, that those will also usually get a nice little uptick if the video starts doing well. So that's what I have for you. And just give it some time, man. Just give it some time. Because 3 months in, you're grinding. El Jefe can tell you he's been in the grind for a while, and he just passed 7,000. But it took him a lot of. He had to be very consistent, and he really focused down too. He's doing a lot of headphones, right? Like El Jefe's like, hey, I'm in the tech space. The tech space is crowded. I'm going to kind of focus down on audio products. And since he started niching down on all that, he's really, you know, experiencing this growth. So that's what I recommend for you. You know, niche down on something in the tech field, get your thumbnails a little bit tighter, and then figure out what was working on that particular video or any of the videos that are doing, and you know, a lot better than the others. Weird Heather, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Haven't seen you around in the chats often. I hope you're doing well, Weird Heather. I'm going to jump into the chat right now, and because I've been seeing a lot of messages flying by. See what I've been missing here. Okay, so you guys are just talking to each other. So, okay, I'm just going to let you guys talk amongst yourself, and I'm just going to check out. Have a good one, everybody. Oh, Jefe says, my click-through rate are improving by at least 1%. Yeah, but here's the thing. When you think about 1% or 2%, right, scaled across the channel, scaled across hundreds or thousands of views, 1%, man, that can add up to a lot of views as your channel grows. So that's good to hear, El Jefe. Like, you're doing all the right stuff, El Jefe, man. I love watching you grow. Gabe Prado, how's it going? Thanks for coming in here. I'm going to jump back into the forum, answer some more questions. Oh, let's see. Oh, 1 second here. And the forum is not, it's not working. Okay. You do it. Rockin' an Android says, hey, D, would you review my app? You can find it by searching You Do It on iOS and You Do It on Android, and let me know anything I could prove. John, I would absolutely love to. I'll tell you what, man, because I have the brain of a goldfish. Reach out to me. I know we're connected on a lot of different platforms. Either send me a direct message on Twitter or on Instagram, or email me directly, whatever, and just send that to me there so I can actually remember to get that in, because I got Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff, and I for sure will forget. But I would love to check it out. Just send that to me somewhere where I can actually have a record of that. Moving right along to the next one. Good idea, Josephine. Josephine, what was a good idea? I have no idea, Josephine. What was a good idea? All right, moving on to the next one. Man, these things are piling up. Thank you. Yeah, so right about now, like if you've got questions, that link in the description right now to the forum, get it in there now, because I can probably get through just a couple of more questions and then I'm going to be full. Okay, Beanie Draws. I love getting questions from Beanie. Rockin' an Android. It says, now that we've had YouTube stories for a little while, how are you finding it, especially with answering questions? Has a novelty worn off yet? That's great. Who has YouTube stories in here? Type in yes if you have YouTube stories. I'm curious how many people are actually have access to YouTube stories right now. To answer your question, Beanie, so I kind of messed up. When stories first came out, I was under the impression that it was going to break them down per 7, because I knew it was going to hold it for 7 days. But I thought it was kind of like going to break the stories down, like maybe per 24 hours or something like that. I didn't know that it was going to keep compiling those stories on top of each other. So I ended up at my first story was like, hey, ask me anything or whatever. Man, I ended up doing like 70 something stories, like answering questions. It was like one story of me saying, hey, ask me anything. And then it was like 70 something stories of me asking questions over the course of that week. And what happened was my first, I don't know, 10, 15 or 20 stories got a ton of views really fast, 20,000, 30,000 views or something like that. It was crazy. But then as people had to watch through them, they kind of like tapered off and tapered off and tapered off. Once those all disappeared, I haven't uploaded a story. I actually paused, and I probably will pause. I might do something with them here soon again, but I'm trying to think of a new content strategy, since now I know that they're piling them on top of each other. So I'm trying to think of a new way to do that. So I don't think the newness is worn off. I'm just trying to think of a good way to use them. Yeah, I'll do some Q&As sometimes, but it's like, let's just say of the 16,000 subscribers that I have, you've got, a small percentage of those will be interested in the stories, but YouTube also shows those out to non-subscribers too. So if I ask a question and you get, I don't know how many hundreds of questions that I got from my first story, you can't possibly go through them all. So I don't want to like ask a question, answer 3 of them, and then ignore 200 or 300 questions. I think that's kind of weak. So I'm trying to think of a better strategy for that. Beanie, if you have a good strategy, man, I'm open. If anybody has a good strategy for this, let's talk about it. I'm really interested to hear what people are doing with their stories. If you think it's working for you. Cricket, yeah, some strategy and ideas. Talk in the Discord would be cool. Yeah. GM at Grandma Lolly, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Hope you're doing well. Have a very happy holidays to you, Grandma Lolly. Leron, you've got stories now, right? What are you doing with your stories, Leron? I know you're one of the clever ones out there putting stuff together strategically. I would love to know what you're doing, Leron. Launchpad Astronomy, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Hope you are doing well. Let me go back and see who actually had stories. I think stories are like, at first I was thinking, okay, I'm not really interested in watching other people's stories. But what I'm finding now is like some people make good stories. Some people don't make so good stories. So, if there's certain people that pop up and I'm liking their stories, I tend to be watching those. But the stories that are kind of like, that's kind of garbage, I'm kind of skipping those. One strategy, that I'm thinking about trying. Okay, who's on TikTok? Who has a TikTok account? Who is actively either watching TikTok accounts or uploading TikTok content. I'm curious who's in there. Addicted to Profit, you're lurking. Are you lurking on TikTok? Yeah, I'm lurking on there too. I have an account. Hey, Bass Brothers Music, how's it going? I have an account, and obviously I want to, if I upload content to TikTok, I want to keep it on brand. I want it to be mobile related, but there's some really cool editing taking place on TikTok, and you've probably seen it. They're doing really cool editing techniques with their phone, lots of like picture in picture in picture, lots of movement and whip pan transitions and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about, yeah, dude, Metal for Breakfast. If you guys are on TikTok, you need to follow Metal for Breakfast. I'm going to type his name in right here. Metal for Breakfast. Yeah, to follow this dude on TikTok right now. This guy is just absolutely killing it on TikTok. But anyway, way off point there. One of the things that I'm thinking about using for stories, I'm thinking about doing some TikTok-ish type editing stuff on stories to make it a little bit interesting. But I don't know. Jury's out. You'll know because when you start seeing like weird stories pop up and weird editing things, you'll know where I went on that. Or I might just stick with questions. I don't know. But the fact that they're jamming them all together, it kind of turns me off a little bit. TikTok. Okay, so some people are watching TikTok, some people are not. By the way, if you do follow Metal, please let him know that you came from here. Yeah, dude, Metal's an awesome dude. He's actually one of my favorite creators, and I absolutely love watching that dude grow. I love it. All right, moving right along to the next question. And there's a ton of these coming in today. Okay, Combat Gamer, I think I already answered this one. Best thumbnail making app for iPhone, Snapseed and PixArt or Canva. I think we already got that. All right, let's see here. Moon Allured. I started my channel making editing videos. Cool. I don't want my channel to be just about editing. I want to include other creative things I enjoy. More like a night owl creative channel. How can I combine the editing with that so I don't lose most of my audience on the other content? Or should I just continue uploading the other content and gain people who are interested in that as well? That's a good question. It depends on what you want to do with that other content. I mean, here's the thing. And you also have to think about your channel goal. If you're doing this for fun or it's just a hobby and you don't care about, growth of your channel, then by all means, just do whatever you want to do and don't worry about it. But if you want to grow your channel, you want to grow a community of people, I would say focus on something that you're good at, something that you really like doing. If that's editing, then focus on that. If you can work other pieces of content in around your editing, like if you look at like Peter McKinnon, for example, or even Cody Warner, two awesome creators, both vloggers, but they'll vlog, but they'll, like they might occasionally mix a tutorial into that vlog. So it keeps everything kind of on the same page. So like, like for example, I don't follow Cody Warner because I want to watch his tutorials, right? But he's so entertaining. He's such a good vlogger, and he's so inspirational that he's able to, and he's very creative. He's able to tie those vlogs together, the other content. I just watched him flip a skateboard for like 2 minutes the other day. All he did was just jump up and down trying to land like a kickflip or something on a skateboard, right? But what he'll do is he'll work that stuff into a tutorial if he's going to do that. So I would say if you're going to mix content, then make sure that the content can kind of piggyback on each other. If not, then I would say separate them. Yeah, Mike Van Doozy, very good point. So Sarah Dici has a strategy where she says, make a video for them, meaning your viewers, and then make a video for you. Yeah, I totally agree with that. But at the same token, it also kind of has to be a little bit alike at the same time. Like Sarah Dici, everything about hers is it's creative. It's, being a filmmaker. It's all kind of that stuff, like Peter McKinnon is, right? So it all kind of fits together, despite the fact that she's making one for her and then making one for her audience. Leron says, YouTube rewards niching down, so start there when you have a following so you can spin out to anything else. Yeah, exactly, Leron. So let's say, okay, so those of you who've been following my journey here, you know that I started on mobile like 8 months ago with my own channel, and I'm always mobile, right? Like that's what I do. I'm always even when I do an occasional YouTube tips video, but I try to kind of lean on mobile when I can on that. But I'm a mobile channel, right? But if my channel would have been like, hey, I got a mobile channel and I'm also like a tech reviewer and I'm also doing daily vlogs, right? My channel would be all over the place, and I can guarantee you I would not have grown at the speed that I've grown. Being able to niche down on mobile, like everybody knows me as the mobile, like I'm the mobile guy, right? Like people come to me, hey, I'm the mobile guy. I got this problem with my mobile. I got this problem with these apps. What apps do I need? Like I've become that guy in some circles because that's all I do on that channel. Now, when I get to, I mean, I could probably do it now, but let's just say when I get to 50,000 subscribers or I get to 100,000 subscribers, if I want to spin off and start a second channel, right? Yeah, I mean, I could even do that now. If I wanted to spin off and do a second channel that was maybe not related to mobile, but it was just something else that I was interested in, of course, not all of those people would come over, but there would be a decent amount of people who like the way that I give information, who just, maybe they like my personality, they like the way I speak, or they like how I move my hands a lot. I don't know. But like those people who like you for you, they're going to follow you wherever you go. So if you can build your presence first somewhere else, then branch off later, the people who like you for you, those people are going to follow you and kind of do what, whatever you're going to do. Hope that helps. Grandma Lolly D, how would you prioritize social media exposure for creators? And do you believe, excuse me, I just lost it. Do you believe it depends on the audience and the content attracts? How do you, okay, so first and foremost, I'm really bad at social media in general, because I just, full disclosure, like I think I talked about this last week. I have to struggle to get into the social media stuff. Like I'm just not, I'm just not, I don't know. I'm just not caught up in it. Like YouTube, yes. Right. But I don't, because I'm creating and I'm in my own stats and, I'm looking through my analytics. I'm trying to find better ways to do things. I don't watch as many YouTube videos as I want to watch. Right. But I'm definitely on YouTube the most. Second for me is Twitter. It's that, that instant connection to other creators, to people, to your viewers, to your audience, to your community. It took me a little bit to get into Twitter, but I built the habit of going to Twitter. So now it's become part of my life. So I really like Twitter now. Next up, I'm trying to build that habit with Instagram, and then I want to build it on LinkedIn as well. I can't stand Facebook. Who does not like Facebook? Drop a hashtag no Facebook if you don't like Facebook. Hey Joshua, nice for you to come in here. Nice to see you, man. Happy holidays to you. But Gmail Lolly, like I don't like, depending on what your content is, right? Like you might have content that does really well on something like Pinterest or Tumblr or whatever, or Twitch or whatever. So I would say, based on whatever your content is, experiment, try to find out where the audience is, and wherever you're getting a response, I would put my energy in that first and foremost. And then, some people say, hey, you got to be everywhere. Some people say, put your energy where your interest is. So I would say, figure out what works for you. In terms of importance, I mean, I know the importance of LinkedIn. I'm just trying to build that habit because I'm not used to using it, right? So I got to build that habit. It's hard for me sometimes just to open that stuff up because it's just, I'm not used to doing it, right? So, and I don't even know where you are. Like Gmail Lolly, I don't know where all you're putting your content. But if you want to send me an email and like talk about your strategies or what you're doing, I would love to have that conversation with you, because that's kind of like a big conversation to have. That's kind of hard to put just into this right here quickly. So yeah, reach out to me, Instagram, Twitter, email. All right. The Mac, gotta go, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. Happy holidays to you. The Kryptonian, it's because of D, I'm able to do my channel completely mobile, and I was able to grow thanks to his tip. Dude, that's fantastic, man. I appreciate that. I'm happy all of you guys find value in what I'm doing. I think that's amazing. Just to keep it totally real with you guys, I had no intention of like being I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, I'll just make some videos and, people will watch them. I didn't, the concept that I would be teaching people like on a regular basis, explaining how to do things, helping people grow that just didn't really like compute in my brain. But you know, I love it though. I love it. I wouldn't change any of it. I'm honored that so many people will actually listen to what I have to say and and do things based on what I suggest. I think that's fantastic. All right, I'm gonna jump to the chat here for a second. Yeah, that's right, Kryptonian. Thank you, brother. So Kaylee, oop, I just lost that one. Katie Vaughn Art says, Twitter is my favorite social media. I like Instagram, but you have to utilize stories rather than posts. Yeah, I agree. I'm digging Twitter. I like it. I like that instant, you know, I can reach out to El Jefe. I can reach out to, you know, Cricket. I can send a message to Leron, whatever, man. It's instant. Now, I am really bad about answering direct messages on Twitter because here's what happened. So if you guys, if you've been on Twitter for a long time or you've been doing the YouTube thing for a long time, you're probably used to this. But for me, I mean, I just started streaming last December with my brother. I opened my channel 8 months ago. So prior to that, I just really wasn't into social media at all. So for me, as my channel is growing, one of the struggles that I'm having as a creator is I'm not used to this bombardment of direct messages coming in all the time. Like, this is new to me, and I'm not very good at handling that because, you know, you follow somebody, it's like you follow somebody, okay, I'll friend you on Facebook, and then they just start hammering you direct messages. Hey, can you check out my channel? Check out my channel. Check out my thumbnails. Hey, what do you think? Can you promote me? Right? Like, I get that all the time. And any of you guys that are in the YouTube space right now, the creative space, you know what I'm talking about. You know, as soon as, I don't know if Nick's still in here or if Creator Fundamentals Dan is still in here. As soon as people know that you have an opinion on a channel, like, you will just get hammered. Like, my Instagram gets hammered. Twitter's got hammered. I actually just set, I think it was Twitter, to only be able to accept messages from people who we follow. But yeah, I'm really bad about DMs. So if you're waiting on a direct message from me, I apologize. Straight up, I'm really bad at that. But I'm working on it. Technically, T in the house, man. How are you doing, brother? Happy holidays to you. Oh yeah, Nick's present. Yeah, Nick, you're like, I always tell him, you know, we'll go out to dinner or something. I'm like, dude, I'm getting hammered with this stuff. I don't even know how you deal with it. You know, like 300,000 subscribers. I don't know how you're handling that. But yeah, that's part of the job, though. That's what we signed up for. Running me ragged, man. Yeah. Technically, T, you got your Christmas shopping done, right? I think I saw you tweet that. Oh, man. Yeah, Grandma Lolly, Daniel Patel. He's got awesome videos, man. His Filmora editing videos are so on point. Curious, who uses Filmora as a video editor in here, the software? Who uses Filmora? Just type in like Filmora if you do. And if you do, you need to go over there and you need to follow Daniel Patel. Moderators, or if anybody's in here, you can drop a link to Daniel's channel. If you guys are using Filmora, dude, he's got some killer editing tutorials. Good stuff. Paulino197. D, I've made 3 channels, none of them not good success. I'm tempted to try again, but I don't know where to start. Any tips? Okay. Well, I would start with this. I don't know what your other channels were about. I don't know what you're passionate about. I don't know what you're into. I don't know what your hobbies are into, but I would start with this. If you're on the fence right now, if you're figuring out, hey, you're trying to figure out, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't know what to make. I don't know what my channel should be about. Here's what I would do. I would say, 1, what are my hobbies? What am I passionate about? Like, what would I do for free, right? Because a lot of people get into this. They're thinking about monetization. They're thinking about subscriber counts. Think about this. What videos would you make if nobody watched your videos? What videos would you make if you were never going to be monetized, right? Like, what are you into so much that you just want to make videos about it and put it online? Like, you should probably do that. But if you don't want to do that, or if you can do that in addition to the next thing, I would say if you can find a way to solve problems for people, or you can find a way to add value to people's lives, that's also a win. You'd be surprised by, you know, coming up with different ways to add value to people's lives, to solve problems. I mean, YouTube's a search engine. It's the second largest search engine in the world. People go to YouTube to be entertained, to learn things, to solve problems. And if you can be one of those people to provide people a solution to their problems, give them value in their lives, even if it's to make them laugh, to take 3 minutes out of their day where they're having a hard day and like give them something uplifting to think about, or give them something to laugh about, give them something motivational, anything you can do to lift people up, do that. And if that happens to coincide with something that you're passionate about and that you would do for free, then you absolutely must do that starting like today, starting right now. And I just ripped off Nick on that. Sorry, Nick. Yeah, right there, man. Nick says it. Give massive value equals succeed. That's the thing. And the weirdest thing is, like, okay, so if you're coming from like, you know, business or something like that, the old school way of thinking, a lot of people, you know, you kind of hold your cards close to you and you're not used to giving all of that out, giving everything away for free, give. That doesn't make sense from the old school way of thinking. In reality, especially on social media, the more you just give it, man, just give value. Like, man, like if you want to grow, if you want to like become an authority, if you want to become someone people trust and listen to, you want to have an impact on people's lives, you want to be someone that people come to for advice or help, give value unconditionally. Give as much value as you can and don't expect anything in return ever. Give. That alone, if you do that and you're authentic about it, that's where you're going to win. Guaranteed. Take that to the bank. And yeah, and if you guys agree with that about giving massive value, give me a hell yeah in the chat right now. Because Sushi Craft MC, if you're bored, you know, don't know what to tell you. Can't help you there. Should have been listening. I was just dropping some stuff there. Could have been paying attention. Sushi, I just gave out a free password to KineMaster and LumaFusion, and I'm giving away a free iPhone, and you must have just missed it. All right, see, look at that. There you go. There you go. Value, man. That's where it's at. All right, I'm jumping back into the chat. That was like a long-winded... I do that, man. I do that. Okay. The A3 gang, Rocket and Android, says, are there any free apps I can use to make a banner for my channel so it will look right on all devices? Yep, here we go again. The channel banner right here. I'm dropping a link right now. Growing those gills. You got it, little brother. I'm dropping a link right now to a app called PixArt that's going to work on Android. It's going to work on iPhone. It's going to walk you through how to make a YouTube channel banner. It's super easy to use. This is a really easy tutorial. I didn't make it too fancy, pretty easy to use. In the description of that video, this is the important part. You need to download the free template that I give you in the description and then build your template on top of that. That's going to allow everything to fit perfectly when you upload it. Then it's going to look right on all devices. So that's how you do that. Creative Queen X, do you do channel reviews, D? Creative Queen X, normally every Sunday I do mobile channel reviews where I pull channels up on a mobile device. So if you're just coming in here, I'll just give you an idea of what I do. So what I'll do is I will pull channels up like this on my phone, and we go over, you know, I look at their channel art, I look at their thumbnails, look at their titles, that sort of thing. We look at it on an iPhone, we look at it on an Android. But because this is the last stream of 2018, this is the last stream before Christmas today, I'm focusing on answering questions. I want to answer as many questions as I can during this stream because I haven't been able to get to a lot of those on previous streams. But normally on Sunday, yes. Now, I am periodically pulling some people up here. Creative Queen, I have a link in the description below. If you want to drop your link in there and write down like what it is you want me to look at specifically, I'm going to try to get to everybody. The questions have been piling up. Can't promise I'm going to get to you, but I'm doing my best to get to as many of these as possible. All right, moving right along. The Kryptonian, Rocket and Android, and I'm about ready to have a heart attack here. It says, what are your thoughts on Disney's rebooting the entire Star Wars trilogy? First and foremost, the Kryptonian, I have no idea where you heard that, but it breaks my heart. The fact that anybody could even think about rebooting the Star Wars trilogy, I just died a little bit on the inside. So hopefully that's not going to happen. If it does happen, I think Star Wars fans are going to be really, really upset. What do you guys think? I know there's some Star Wars fans in here. Should they reboot the trilogy, or should they keep the trilogy set? Is it sacred, holy video? So reboot or no reboot? Let me know in the chat right now. Your Real Estate Whisper, happy Christmas, everyone. I got to get going. I hope everyone has a lovely holiday. Thank you. Happy holidays to you too. Have a great one, and we will see you next year. You're going to rock it next year. Again, Creative Queen. Yeah, I'm going to do my best. Like I said, I can't promise because, we've already been going for like an hour and a half. I'll probably go for like another hour. So I'm going to get to as many of these as humanly possible. If not, then maybe I won't do it next Sunday, but the one after that. But normally, yeah, normally on Sunday, that's what we do here. I'm pulling them all up. Reboot, no. Look at that. Reboots, no. Reboots, no, 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 no. Hey, T-Stamps, no. Reboot, no. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I think Disney needs to stop rebooting everything, right? Yeah. Okay. So so let Disney know, no reboots. All right. I'm moving on to the next question here. Oh. Okay. Let's see here. Josephine Desmet. In the new YouTube studio, are you talking about Studio Beta, Josephine? We can't watch our audience retention with the drop-off you just talked about. Do you think we'll get that back in the future? Okay, I know we can in the Classic Studio, but what if they get rid of it? Okay, Josephine, that's a great question. The Studio Beta doesn't have a handful of things right now. Like you can't do end cards on Studio Beta, hence the word beta, right? They're still beta testing this. When they fully phase out Classic, I'm sure, I'm positive, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can see your drop-offs. Okay, so anyway, I haven't looked. Nick says you can see it, but I'm sure anything that Studio Beta is missing now, I'm sure that once the beta is removed from that and it is the official, once that's the official thing for YouTube, they're probably going to have everything in there. Okay, so yeah, Nick says you can, and you can see it as it goes along there. So they probably just moved it. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, I haven't even looked for it in there. So when I log in, oh, Hefe, man, thank you. Got to go, D. Merry Christmas to you and Nick. The gift of your guys' friendship has been a serious highlight of 2018 for me. Hashtag hug life, hashtag respect the grind, hashtag embrace the journey. Absolutely, brother, man. Dude, I'm so looking forward to what you're going to do in 2019, dude, and I can't wait until we can hang out again. So looking forward to it, man. It was an awesome meeting you at VidSummit. Okay, so Nick is saying that, yeah, you can see it. All right, moving right along to the next question here. Oh, boy, some of you guys just keep asking the same question over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, Nerd Logistics, rocking an Android. I've slacked for a couple of weeks, but I'm wondering how my channel art is. What do I need to work on with it? Nerd Logistics. Yeah, if you need to slack, you need to slack, man. Life can get in the way. Let's see here, Nerd Logistics. Let's get you pulled up. And I'm hoping there's only one Nerd Logistics here. Okay, Nerd Logistics. So this is looking at your channel on my iPhone. You want me to look at your channel banner? Nerd Logistics. Okay, there you are. Weekly uploads. Okay, Nerd Logistics. Okay, how-to, tips, tricks, and lifestyles. All right. That works. I mean, your text is a little close to getting cut off in the top right-hand corner, but it totally works. And if it works there, it's going to fit on an Android. But if this were my channel, and again, I'm nitpicking here. That's what I do. Anytime I pull up a channel, I look at it through the eyes of what I would do if this were my channel. Like if you gave me this channel, if you said, hey, D, this is now your channel. Here's my username and password. Do with it what you will, right? That what I tell you is what I would do. This is my personal opinion on what I would do to actually change anything on here. So what I would do is I would focus less on your name and focus more on the value that you're giving the viewer when they come to your channel. Like when you look at your channel header, ask yourself, what's the most important thing for a new viewer coming to your channel, right? somebody just comes to your channel for the first time, what's the most important thing you want them to know? Do you want them to know that you do weekly uploads? Do you want them to know that your name is Nerd Logistics? Or do you want them to know that you do how-tos, tips, and tricks, and lifestyle? Grow your music skills. How's it going, man? Thanks for hanging out. Little end of the year stream, the official last stream on the channel. So ask yourself which one of these you want to tell the viewer, a new viewer. And whatever that answer is for you, that's what I would make the largest. So if, for example, you got it? Okay, you got what you're saying. Okay, perfect. Okay. Nicholas Quintanilla, sorry if I mispronounced your name there. I do these every Sunday. However, this is the last stream of this year. Starting up in January, I'll be here every single Sunday. And then every Saturday, I live stream with my brother Nick on his channel, Nick Nimmin. We do like 5 and 6 hour marathon streams on his channel. And we do channel reviews over there and YouTube tips over there. And then on Sundays, we keep it mobile specific on my channel here. It's a Sunday thing, but this is the last one of the year. Okay, so what about the thumbnails? Okay, I'm gonna pull you back up. Thumbnails. All right, so okay, so you're just getting started, I think. Hold on, let me look here. Okay, so yeah, you're just getting started. Same thing with your header, right? Let's say, we don't know each other. I just come across your thumbnail on YouTube. It gets served up to me out of the blue because sometimes YouTube will do that, right? Like night out in downtown, closed on Thanksgiving, things to know, right? Are those things that you would click on? Is the text that you're putting on your thumbs, is that anything that's intriguing enough to get you to click on? If the answer is no, then you probably want to rethink what you're doing with your thumbnails. Now, in terms of like how they look, I would run these through Snapseed. I recently did a video, I think the second to last video, where I show you how to make your thumbnails pop, how to make your colors more vibrant. Just a couple of easy steps. Go back and look at, I think it's 2 videos ago, 1 or 2 videos ago. Look at that, and I would run all your pictures through that and make your colors more vibrant. And then if you do want to keep text on your thumbnails, which I think is fine, your fonts are okay. I would just pick one font though and run with it, preferably the one that you use in your header. I would just think about, what can you say on your thumbnail that is going to be interesting? What is going to get their attention? What can I say to get somebody to actually tap on that thumbnail? All hail Snapseed. That's right. That's right. All hail Snapseed. So yeah, I think figure out what you want people to focus on with your thumbnails. Figure out what the message is you want people to get from your thumbnails, and change your wording around to make it more sticky, right? You got to win the click. Well, and you do that by making it sticky, right? You want to make it to where somebody wants to tap on it. And this is like this, if you're just starting out, this is something that takes a lot of practice, right? Everybody is still working on this. I mean, Nick is in here. I mean, he's 300,000 subscribers, and he's constantly trying different tweaks, constantly changing things up. I'm constantly trying new things on my thumbnails. I'm curious, how many of you in here right now always are changing or testing new things on your thumbnails? Type in yes or no if you're changing thumbnails up, if you're constantly testing small little things. If you are, just type in yes and let me know, because that's what you have to do, right? Like this whole thing is it's a learning process, and you have to learn the skills of how to create an eye-catching thumbnail, right? It's a skill you have to learn. You have to practice it, and through repetition, through analyzing your data, looking at your click-through rate and you only have 3 videos. Over time, when you're looking at your thumbnails, you can, in most cases, start to see patterns build up a little bit. So you can say, okay, this works, that doesn't work. I don't need to do this anymore. Anytime I do that, these videos don't get a lot of clicks. When I do this or I use this color, this gets a lot of click. So, this is just something that, just think of it like, this is just another skill set that you have to pick up. And, if you can just dedicate 30 minutes a day, right? Like here's how many people in here, for everyone who's saying no, or for everyone who's struggling with thumbnails right now, right? If you're struggling with thumbnails, if you're struggling with anything like that, take like 30 minutes a day. Let's just focus on thumbnails. If you're struggling on thumbnails, take 30 minutes a day. Look, everybody, who lays in bed Hey, 30-day reviews, how's it going? If you lay in bed and you're mindlessly scrolling through Instagram, right? You're mindlessly going through Twitter, heart. You're mindlessly looking at YouTube. You're looking at meme videos. You're doing whatever, or you're sitting on the toilet, right? And you're going through your thing like everybody does. Every single one of us in here. I guarantee there's 72 people in here. I guarantee at least 70 people in here waste time sitting on the toilet or laying in bed, mindlessly looking through their phone, right? Be honest with yourself. And if you're doing that, use that time, right? Doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever time you're wasting doing that and you're struggling with thumbnails, take that time, type in just random stuff, right? Type in titles to your own videos into YouTube. Look at the top handful of thumbnails, find the most eye-catching one to you, pull up your favorite app, and learn how to replicate that thumbnail, right? By replicating other people's thumbnails, you're going to build the skills necessary to come up with your own ideas. You're going to learn how to master the app that you're actually working on. You're going to learn how things work. And I think emulating people's thumbnails is a great way to do that. And yeah, of course. I mean, but by also emulating your thumbnails, you're going to learn how they build them. So that means you're going to learn how to make them better. Follow me? So if you're wasting time, do that, right? You're sitting on the toilet. You got 10 minutes to spare, 15 minutes to spare, however long it takes. Type in one of your titles, look at the things, look at the thumbnail, say, okay, I'm actually going to, I'm going to learn how to build this. Now, I'm not saying use that thumbnail in your video. Don't do that. I'm saying learn by copying, learn your skill by learning how to build other people's things. Once you learn how to do that, you will build your own ideas up, because once you understand the app, you'll say, okay, these colors work. Then you can build your brand into it. Then you can bring your own ideas into it. You can get your own thumbnail game. You can level up your own thumbnail game there and be really solid. But copying other people's stuff in terms of learning, that's fantastic. Yeah, Mike Van Duzy, great time in history. We can research and edit on the toilet, right? What a time to be alive, right? What a time to be alive. Here's the weird thing. I can sit. Yeah, this is going to get weird really quick. We can sit on the toilet, right? We can sit on the toilet and we can literally improve our lives while sitting on the toilet, while laying in the bed, one head on the pillow, 4 o'clock in the morning, right? Hashtag productive peeing. You got it, right? Whatever you got to do. Like, what a time to be alive. Like, we have more opportunity on our fingertips. I mean, it's unbelievable, the opportunity that we have. But the thing is, like, all of the stuff that we want, you just got to put in the work to get it, right? Like, oh, I can't edit. You got to put in the work to learn how to edit. Well, I'm no good at making thumbnails. Well, you got to put in the work. You got to learn how to make thumbnails. Or I'm not good at presenting on camera. You got to learn how to present on camera, right? Like, these are all things through repetition over a period of time. You do get better at these things, but you got to put in the work, man. There's no shortcut. There's no magic button. There's nothing that Nick can tell you. There's nothing that I can tell you. There's no magic thing where people are going to go, oh, boom, now I'm just going to do this small thing and everything's going to be better. You got to put in the work. And that's probably not what some of you want to hear, but you got to put in the work. You got to learn the skills, man. You got to build it up. That's right, Josephine. Yeah, repetition brings retention. Yeah, Cyclone Sid says it, man. Yeah. Practice makes perfect. Exactly. Facts. You got it. Yeah. But it also depends on your goals. If growing your YouTube channel is if that's not your goal, if you're like, hey, man, I'm just uploading this stuff for fun, I'm just using it as a free cloud for my family videos, or I'm just putting my game footage up there because it's fun to do, then everything that I'm saying, you can forget all of that stuff. But if growth is your goal, or if you're trying to turn your channel into a business, then yeah, you need to be paying attention to that stuff. Addicted to profit, I resent that. I can't edit. We'll change that. Yeah, dude, it's just put in the work. Every single one of us. There was a day where I sat down in front of a computer and I said, okay, well, here's editing software. What do I do with editing software, right? I have video. I shot it on a tape, right? Now I imported it into my computer and I had to learn how to do that. Now what do I do with it? You know, I'm looking at Final Cut Pro, like the very first version of Final Cut Pro. And I'm thinking, what do I do with this? How do I make a video out of this? And I had to go through that painful process of learning it over years and years and years and years. But it started with days and days and weeks and weeks and weeks. Yeah, just put in the work, man. So T-Stamps. Hey, D, if your channel is about giving value and information, would it be counterproductive to start vlogging on the channel around your niche? Okay. Cody Warner is a perfect person to look for or to look at for this. That dude is full of inspiration, right? He's an inspiration powerhouse. He's for the doers, right? Cody Warner makes videos to inspire people to do stuff, to take action, right? That's what he does. And he does it in a vlogging format. So if you're wondering, how can you do that? Go watch Cody Warner because he's nailing it. He's absolutely nailing it. And he's built an enormous community, you know, hashtag no small creator, right? Like he's built an entire community based on doing that. So yes, you can absolutely do that. Just keep it all relevant. All right, I'm hopping back to the forum here because there's so many questions and I'm trying to get to as many as I can. Let's see here. Man, these things are piling up fast here. Okay. I can't pronounce your name. Ramoi, rocking an Android. I just started my gaming channel 4 weeks ago. Now I have 90 subscribers. Awesome. Have you any tips on thumbnails and videos? I also make my thumbnails using Pixel Lab, which I learned from watching your videos. Okay, cool. You probably watched that on Nick's video. He has an amazing Pixel Lab video. Like all gaming channels, for thumbnails, for videos, my advice to you would be you need to be really good at entertaining. You need to be really good at being that persona on camera while you're gaming, talking to the people who are watching your video, because you got to think of it like this. There's a million people playing the exact same game that you're playing, right? There's a million, maybe more. Why would they listen to you? Well, they listen to you, they watch you because they like how you entertain them. They like how you tell them a story. They like how you talk to them. They like how you engage. Whatever it is that you're doing, they like how you do that. So my advice to all gamers is be the best version of you that you can be. In terms of thumbnails, like I said to somebody previously, take some of that time away that you're playing the game. Take 30 minutes, take an hour away, and every single day, practice making thumbnails. Learn how to emulate other creators' thumbnails. Look at the biggest gamers on YouTube. Look at their thumbnails. Practice by emulating their thumbnails. Then once you can build their thumbnails, then come up with your own style. Okay? Because once you learn how to build their stuff, then you're going to acquire those skills to actually design anything that you want. So thumbnails, be very entertaining. And I know it's hard with titles and gaming, but you also have to give it time, and you got to have realistic expectations. Moving right along to the next question, and we're moving through these here. Okay, so Sushi Craft MC, yeah, we're going to pull you up because you've been bored. We don't want you to be bored, Sushi. That would just break my heart. Sushi Craft MC, let's see. I have to get you pulled up here. Sushi Craft MC. Wow, check that out. I really like the header. Be a crafter now. New videos every Sunday. I like the profile. Man, that super colorful. I like that. Whoa, what just happened here? Hold on, guys. Be right back. Sorry about that. Get you back pulled up here. So yeah, I'm digging your header. Let me scroll into the chat here, see what's going on. Yeah, be right back. Kind of funky. Jason James, we like to keep it funky here. We like to keep it greasy as we glide. That's how we roll. Mutt Fitness, how's it going? Ian, how you doing, man? Hope you're holding it down in China. All right, so yeah, back to your header, man. I like what you're doing with your header. That looks really cool. So you did the rewind. Okay, I dig it. All right, so what am I looking at? I'm looking at your thumbnails. Yeah, Scarecrow add-on, new feature. Rewind, outdoor escape add-on. Okay, I like what you're doing with your thumbnails. I like you put the little drop shadow box around them. But I would say some of these fonts, and I'm just nitpicking here a little bit, some of these fonts are a little bit difficult to read. Could just be my old eyes. But I like them. Super colorful. I like you're putting your identifying mark in the corner, but it is getting covered up by the timestamp. So that's something to keep in mind. However, that's not like the end of the world because that still like shows your thing, right? Like that little red orange gradient that you have going on there. Yeah, just your little logos getting covered up. I don't think that's necessarily a bad deal, bad thing. I mean, I would rather that get covered up than text. But if you could, like I might enlarge the text just a little bit, but I am nitpicking here. What do you guys think? 1 to 10, how would you grade these thumbnails? I'm going to give you like a 7.5 on these. What do you guys think? Hey, Predictor, welcome back. Words to know, how's it going? Ian, you are still vlogging in China, man. I think that's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to give you 7. You know what? I might even bump you up to, I'm going to give you an 8. Man, that's tough. 8.5. I'm giving you 8.5. 8.5 on these. I like them. I'm just nitpicking on some of the text. But I'm really digging that. Your header's like really nice. Oh no, are we lagging? Are we getting some lag on here? Yeah, like I said, man, I'm uploading from Thailand right now, so anything is possible. Audio sync could be out. Anything at all can go wrong here. So we're getting 8s, we get 7.5s, we're getting 5 or 6s, 8s, 7, 8s, 9s. T-Stamps comes in with a 9. You're fine, D, no lag. Okay, hey, Midnight Madness 4x4. Okay. Yeah, and you might be behind on the live. Make sure on the live screen there, if you don't see the little red dot on the live screen, make sure to tap that. And it's going to make sure that everything is lagged and make sure everything is live here. That's funny. I see Smoking Pot with Steve, and then my words just kind of like unravel. When I was getting ready to say, hey, Smoking Pot with Steve gives it a 7, and then my words just fall apart. Okay. Yeah, Ian says Asian internet is not the best anyway. It's not if you're trying to broadcast to the rest of the world. Like our internet in Thailand, if you're doing like, if you visit like a Thai site, Thai language, man, it thing's blazing fast. But if you go to like something, if I need to like broadcast outside of Thailand, everything gets kind of like, all chummed up here. Are you missing anything? I don't think you're missing anything. I just think, I think you're doing good, man. I think if these are performing well, and, look at their click-through rate and compare these against what you had before. But I think they look good. I would look at them. I mean, you're getting some views. Keep an eye on them as your channel grows. Keep an eye on the click-through rate on these, and if they're performing, I'd keep them. If not, then work on them and see what you can do. Interesting. I swear that's never happened before. That's the first time. I prematurely hit the be right back. Sorry. Oof. Butterfingers. I swear this never happened before. First time. All right. Back to the form here. Moving right along. We're getting through a lot of these questions. Yeah. And here, okay, guys, I'm going to give you like a little personal thing right here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to type something in the chat right now. Please. Do you see that right there? Please. Who in the chat, there's 73 people in here, who chats and they say please in all caps and they write PLZ? Who does that? If you do that, type in yes, or if you don't do that, type in no. I don't do it. I can't stand it. And like, if you send me a message and you're like, help me please, and it's like PLZ in all capitals, like I just cringe. Like it hurts my bones. So I'm begging all of you, if there's anybody in here who writes that, please, for the love of all things holy, don't do that to me, please. To personal pet peeve, it just drives me crazy. It's even worse when it's like all capitals. Please, like, help me, please, like PLZ, like those 3 words, like this right here. Help me, please. Like, that's a guaranteed, like, I'm going to delete and I'm going to, like, block. I can't. All right. Mods. Yep, mods are on it. That's right. Moderators, you have now been informed. You guys have now been dubbed the please police. Take them down. Please police, take them down. That's right, Nick. Yeah, we were laughing about that last night. Yo. Hey, animate logo. Okay, I'm jumping back to the forum here. Moving right along. Clandestine Gaming. I'm starting a gaming channel. Should I focus on one game? Yes, you should. You should niche down on one game. And if you can, find something within that game to focus on. And so instead of just finding the game in general, if you can do like a niche within the niche, you know, kind of like a feature within the game, focus on that. It's going to give you a little bit of an edge. But absolutely niche down and work hard on that one niche. Focus full on that one thing. Moving right along to the next question here. Man, another please. Yeah, I'm going to start just like booting you guys. Come on now. Okay. Moon Allured. Oh, okay. Pretty Hannah Curate. Okay, I remember you, Pretty Hannah. I'm subscribed to you. Okay, last questions. I know I've asked a few. I changed my channel name from Pretty Hannah Creates to Moon Allured. The older videos seem to have done better as far as thumbnails. I'll have to check further, but I'd love to know how you in the chat feels about my old thumbnails versus the new ones that I have now. So Moon Allured, is there a thumbnail? Like, is there one time, like, am I going to be able to visually see when you started making new ones? Hold on here. I'm going to pull you up right now. Moon Allured. Let's see here. All right. We're just going to get you pulled up. Leathersmith Reviews, how's it going? Happy holidays to you. D needs to make that shirt, please, police. Nick and I were joking, saying that we're going to get like a shirt that's just like PLZ with like a circle and like a cross through it. You know, it's a pet peeve. I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. All right. We're pulling you up here. Okay, so newer thumbnails versus older thumbnails. Hey, look at that. Tips from Nick Nimmin. What? So Moon Allured, if you're still in here, there you are. The new ones have more black, but still color. Is there like a cutoff line there, Moon Allured, to where like 3 months ago or 5 months ago? Because here's the thing, as an outsider looking in on your channel, like there's not like a big difference here. I think all these are clickable. Yes, click over to videos. Let's see here. Okay, these are the new ones here. Okay, so let's see here. All right, now personally, this is my personal opinion here, and we are going to ask the chat as well, but I would check your click-through rate on these to find out, and now you're not getting a lot of views, so it might not be a super accurate click-through rate, but I'm going to give you my opinion. I like your older thumbnails better. To me, these, and I'm assuming right now, like if I'm looking at these right now, Moon Allured, are these your older thumbnails? Confirm that. Shannon Vlogs is making a point. It bothers you because it's literally the least amount of effort ever. You know what, Shannon? I think you're absolutely right. I think you're right. It's like, you know, if you're going to reach out to someone and say, hey, man, can you give me a hand? Right? Like, there's a way to reach out to somebody and there's a way not to reach out to somebody. And we're going to get back on this topic here in a second. Yes, there's also some ones with a lot more color towards the bottom. Okay, so if you're wanting me to look, if these are the thumbnails that are older versus these that are newer, that seemed like a little toned down, my personal opinion is I like the older ones better. I don't know if they're performing better or not, but my personal preference is I like the older ones better. I don't think the new ones are bad. I just like the older ones better. So what do you guys think? The ones we're looking at right now, these are newer, or do you like the older? Type in newer or type in older and let her know which ones you think look better. Cake colors. Here they come. Here we go. We have an overwhelming amount of older coming in. Look at that. Old. Look at that. There you go. So Moon Allure, there you have it. I think it is overwhelming, except for Snowy Rains, who can't decide. Yeah, I think, overwhelming. And Shannon Vlogs makes a very good point. Older because the colors are consistent. I have to agree with that. You've kind of got like your own little vibe going on. Like you've got a look, right? Like that look to me is more eye-catching than that. I mean, I see what you're doing with your look for your new one, but it's just not, for me, it's just not as attention-grabbing as that. Hey, Hench Herbivore, how's it going? By the way, Hench Herbivore, I'm probably going to reach out to you and pick your brain, if you don't mind, sometime maybe after the New Year's. I'm thinking about going in your direction in terms of like being a vegan. So if you don't mind, I would love to talk to you about that. Old is gold. I like that. Newer, too busy. Okay, so there you go. There you go, Moon Allure. The people have spoken. Look what, Moon Allure. Oh, LOL. Okay, there you go. Hey, Streak TV, thanks for the... Oh, I just lost you. Thanks for the feedback on my channel. I'll use to improve the future of my channel. Brother, happy to help. Mia Diva Rodriguez, old as gold. And from an oldie, but goodie. Yep, I love it. Goodbye, M&Ms. Yeah, here's the thing, man. So I'll just tell you a little personal thing here. So I actually lost... I had gotten a little bit heavy, and then I lost a substantial amount of weight and got really thin, and I went trekking in Nepal and all that stuff, and then I came back, and then I just my diet just fell apart. And then here in Thailand, I have a trouble, like it's hard to find consistent foods here, and they keep changing stuff. Like I used to eat turkey a lot, and I got rid of turkey. You can't get turkey here anymore, right? Like, who lives in a country that doesn't have turkey? Anyway, it's hard for me to get my diet together, and I just really don't like eating animals to begin with, so I'm just thinking about like, I'm just thinking, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. So, and then the henchman pops up and he's like, ripped, going vegan. And I'm like, you know what? Like, yeah, maybe. That's right, Shannon Vlogs. I live in a place where they don't have turkey. Crispy Card, Merry Christmas to you too. Now, I'm curious because I know you guys are spread out all over the world. Where are you in the world right now? And do you celebrate Christmas where you're watching from? Just type in yes, or type in like Christmas and then tell me your country. So I'm curious if you celebrate it or not. B-Ray says, how can I get more inspiration for videos because I'm really small? That's kind of a weird question, how you phrase that. How do you get inspiration for videos? Because you're small, like you're physically small, or because your channel is small? You got to clarify what's going on there. But in terms of inspiration, man, just what are you into, right? What are you into? What are your hobbies? What are you passionate about? What do you think about? Like when you're off working, doing whatever job it is you do for a living, what's going on in your head? What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about when you're driving or you're riding the bus, when you're laying in bed, when you're in the shower? What's going on in your head, right? What are you passionate about? What would you do for free? What would you do if nobody watched your videos? Like that's what you should be doing. Right. And on top of that, if you can find a way to add value to that or solve problems to help people's lives, to help people have better lives on top of that, you're going to win. All right. I'm going to go back into the chat here. Christmas, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee. Of course, Christmas. Christmas in the UK. Christmas in Alabama. Wow, I didn't know they still had Christmas in Alabama. Christmas, travel to the United States as a trucker. I bet that's pretty cool, man. You get to drive cross country. Man, I love road trips. I don't know if that drive though, I've driven from the Midwest, like I've driven from Ohio to Los Angeles. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think I've done that 3 times and I don't want to do that again. That's a cool trip, but okay. Mia Diva, have a good one. Happy holidays. Christmas is the day after tomorrow here. Yeah, me too. Like I'm in Thailand, right? Day after tomorrow. And I'm so not prepared. San Diego, Christmas in the USA. Okay, there you go. Okay, so you guys are all over the place. So Eric Waite says, I find Casey Neistat, Dan Mace, and Peter McKinnon inspirational. They are great vloggers and highly active. Yes, and yes. All 3 of those guys are fantastic. I think it's been really exciting watching Dan Mace come up. He's got such a unique way to do things, and I love his animations, how he does like the stop motion animations. His accent that he has and the brew thing. Fantastic how he tells his stories, man. That guy is going to be huge Huge, 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 huge. Octorius, did you drop a super chat? Yeah, so Peter McKinnon, obviously, duh, he's probably my favorite YouTuber. Casey Neistat, this is funny. I actually didn't get into Casey Neistat until about a year ago, because again, I didn't watch. I'm not big on social media, so once I got it, when I first started watching him, and I think I told Nick, I was like, you know what, I don't get it. Like I don't understand why people are crazy about this guy. But then after I watched him more and watched him more and watched him more, definitely got hooked in. But yeah, do whatever you can do to find inspiration. Find other YouTubers who inspire you and watch them. Find YouTubers that fire you up. But I would caution against this. There's a fine line between being inspired by YouTubers, by watching all of their content, but make sure you don't fall into the trap to where you are watching so much of other YouTubers' content to be inspired that you're not actually creating yourself. Make sure you're not creating a situation to where you're not watching their content thinking, yeah, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Another video, another day, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? And you keep like watching their content at the sacrifice of your own content. So find somebody that inspires you, but you also have to take action at the same time. So that's kind of a balancing act. And I know there's some people who do fall into that trap. I've heard other YouTubers talk about that as well. So just something to be mindful of as you dive down the rabbit hole of people to inspire you. Leathersmith Review says, yes, that's your problem. Yeah, that's the thing. It's, I think I saw a video, I think it was Cody Warner who was talking about this. Like a lot of people who are busy creating content on YouTube, you actually don't have a lot of time, or at least not as much time as you would like to have creating content, or I'm sorry, watching content. So if you're creating content, there's a lot of communication going on with other people. You're trying to manage all your channel and all this other stuff that's going on, depending on what your niche is. You don't have a lot of time to actually watch other people's content as much as you would like. So it's easy to kind of get in there and get too sucked into that whole inspirational vibe and then not actually take action. So that whole thing. Emerald Mike, love your vids. I use mobile to make my videos. Boom. High five, fist bump. Thank you so much. I'm curious. I know some of you in here are just awesome people who hang out, and I love you for that. But those of you who are mobile creators, now that means you can shoot on your phone or you can shoot and edit on your phone. If you at least do half of the process on your phone, drop a hashtag mobile creator right now. There's 63 people in here. I'm curious, out of that 63, who in here is actually doing at least half of the work on their mobile device? J Balls says, D, what would make one of my first super crappy videos have 3.4 thousand views and still getting more while others are getting 200? Because you tapped into something. You created a video that people are interested in. It could be something that was trending. Like, I don't know what the video was, but it could have been something that was trending. It could be your title. It could be your thumbnail. It could be the combination of the title, thumbnail, where people go, oh yeah, I got to watch that, right? It could be people are like, without having access to your data, like you may have made a video, the title might be hot, the thumbnail might be hot, you might have a really high watch time on it, and YouTube is suggesting that out to more people. So what I would do is I would go in and I would look at my click-through rate on my thumb, I would look at my audience retention on the video, and I would look at my traffic sources, and I would say, okay, if maybe the CTR might be 10%, 15%, 20%, if it's high, then you know that's helping. If it's low, if it's like 2%, then it might not be the case. But your watch time, you might have like 90% watch time, 95% watch time. That could be helping, and it's getting it pushed out. You might have a great title. Maybe you hit on something that was trending. So go in and find those traffic sources, see where the traffic's coming from. You might be getting linked up with other channels. Look at the videos that people are finding your videos from. Like it will show you, this, traffic is coming from this other video, from these other channels. So track all that stuff down inside your analytics. And when you study it, you'll figure out what's going on. But if you have that video and it's doing well, do more videos like that immediately. Keep going, make more videos like that. Find a different spin on it. Find a different way to do it. So like you'll notice, like one of the things that I do, like screen recorders, right? Screen recorders, that's where you can record your screen while you're working on your phone. Those are really good videos for me. So every so often, I like to make a screen recording video, or I like to make a screen recording list video, because I know that those videos are going to be hot. And I know that every time I put a screen recording video up, it's going to do really well, right? So you want to make sure that you are able to identify those types of videos on your channel so that you can do more of the type of videos that do well and less of the type of videos that don't do well, unless you just want to, serve your community. Like I know when I do iPhone videos, they're not going to do that well because the majority of my audience, they are Android users. So when I do an iPhone video, I know I'm taking one for the team, but I do want to serve my iPhone viewers. So iPhone videos always go out, and I know I'm going to take one on it, but the Android stuff always does well. And let me scroll down here. Phil the Thrill, you got scammed. Wait, how did you get scammed? I'm catching the tail end of a conversation here. Phil the Thrill, what happened to you? What happened to Phil the Thrill? You got scammed. Okay, both Octorius and Phil the Thrill gave a super chat. Okay, what's a good background eraser for Android? Eraser is good. I actually have a list. Nerd Logistics, I have a list of background erasers on my channel. If you want to check that out, I go through a pretty, I think maybe 5 or 6 background erasers. All right, let me hop into the super chat. Guys, if I miss some super chats, I do apologize. Sometimes if I'm looking at the phone or if I'm looking at something else. Okay. Nerd Logistics, I got to start driving again, but we'll keep the audio up to listen in. Thanks again, D. Okay, yeah, so got that one. Thank you, man. Be safe on the road, and happy holidays to you. Phil the Thrill. So here's what I've got, Phil the Thrill. You left a super chat. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it, but you did not leave me a message, so I'm not sure what you wanted. So no, you did not get scammed. You just didn't let me know what you wanted. So go ahead and type in right now what you wanted, because you did not type in a note into the super chat. If you don't put a note into the super chat, then I'm unable to see what it is that you want. So go ahead and type that in now, Phil, so I know what it is that you're looking for. And while I'm waiting for Phil to do that, there it is. Channel review, please. Sorry about that, man. That's all right, man. People get edgy. Be cool, man. Be cool. Nobody's scamming anybody, dude. It's just, stuff happens here. Hold on. Ian Kellen, I will do a live stream on Christmas. Any tips? It's going to be my first live stream. Okay, so Phil the Thrill, I'll get you pulled up in 1 second. I'm going to answer Ian's question here. I'll do a live stream on Christmas. Any tips is going to be the first thing. Yeah, make sure. Now, see, you're going to be streaming from China, so you're probably going to have the same kind of internet problems that I have. You might have some audio sync issues. I would make sure to do a pre-stream beforehand. Maybe have a second channel or stream it in private. Set your settings inside your Creator Studio, set it to private, do a stream, make sure everything works, make sure your audio syncs up, make sure there's not like make sure there's not some audio delay happening. And 2, go in with a plan. Write some notes down on a piece of paper or something like that. Have it down next to your computer. Have a plan so you know what it is that you're going to talk about. If you have an idea, if you have something to talk about, then you always have something to go back to. You have a fallback when your brain kind of gets derailed. So if you're sitting there talking to your community, you're talking about X, Y, Z, and then your brain just kind of taps out for a second. You're like, okay, where were we? Or maybe somebody asks a question or somebody says something that derails you. You always have your paper to fall back on about topics that you can actually talk about. So have a plan, have a handful of things to talk about, and then test everything up. And do your best to not have dead air, because silence like this, that's really awkward, right? That silence that happens, it's really awkward. And when you're live streaming, like from my end, that was probably a lot more awkward for me than it was for you. But you want to avoid that like the plague. So having those show notes, things that you can fall back to always talk about, things you can, talk about this, talk about this, talk about this, keeps things jumping. Also, just know that you're going to make mistakes. You're going to probably say something wrong, whatever. Don't worry about it, man. It's live. People are forgiving about that sort of thing. So just, just be you. Know you're going to make mistakes. No, but the people, they're very forgiving about that live, right? Yeah, sure. Hashtag awkward silence. If anybody is ever doing live streaming, you want to avoid that awkward silence. Like you do not want that. Zaggy DK, how's it going, man? Happy holidays to you. All right, Phil, let's get you pulled up. Phil the Thrill. Now, because you've got him here, I'm just going to tell you first impressions here. Feel the thrill, and I'm looking at a motorcycle helmet. I really hope you are doing some sort of like motorcycle extreme, like jumping or something cool, because I think that would be awesome. Feel the thrill. All right, feel the thrill. Let's see what's up. Boom. Okay, feel the thrill. Weekly dirt bike videos. Okay. So header, you got your dirt bikes in there on both sides. I dig it. Weekly dirt bike videos. Your message is there. Official raw tricks. Hey, how are you doing? Time to say raw tricks. Matter of fact, everybody's going to do it. Let's everybody kind of say it together in unison. 1, 2, 3. Raw tricks. How about that, raw tricks? Raw tricks. There you go. Type it up. Raw tricks. Everybody's going to say it now. Raw tricks. All right. So back to the header. Feel the thrill weekly dirt bike videos. I dig it. If you want me to nitpick here, I mean, dude, you've got 11,000 subscribers. You're obviously doing something right. But again, I'll give you advice based on what I would do if you just said, hey, D, here, man, you can have my channel. Like, these are things that I would change. But again, I'm nitpicking. You're obviously doing something right here. Because you've got this red background here and you've got the red logo, I would probably change one of those, because basically the color red is competing for itself. You have red text and you have a red background, and both of those are competing for attention. So if you want Feel the Thrill to stand out first above the background, then I would change the color of the background. If you do darken the color of the background, then you might want to come in and you might want to change weekly dirt bike videos to also be a lighter color if you darken the red background. Coming down to your thumbnails. Now, I know the motovlog stuff. I know you guys kind of have like these types of thumbnails. Get off my road. I dig it. Okay, so 100,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, police station, run. Yeah, you're getting good views too. Rage mode, alert, cash stolen, is he home? Insane Hills. Okay, so again, dude, I mean, these look okay. You're getting views. I mean, dude, 101,000 views. Come on, right? 4 months ago, you're killing it. 63,000 views. Yeah, you're getting some killer views, dude. Okay, so the only thing that I would do, I would kind of like polish up your header just a little bit. I think it looks good, but I think it can be polished. Here's one thing that I would do for your thumbnails. It looks like you're using screen grabs. I'm guessing you're using a GoPro possibly, or some sort of an action cam, and you're taking a screen grab off of that, right? I would take that image and I would open it up inside of Snapseed. Let me get a video for you. I don't have this actually programmed into my phone right now, so I'm going to actually have to grab it from my channel. So give me 1 second here. Give me just a second. Make your thumbnails pop. I'm going to drop a link in here for you. 1 second. So the link that I'm getting ready to drop into the chat right now, every single person in here can use the steps to actually make your thumbnails look better. And it's just a couple of things that you can do to pump up the image, to give it some more contrast, to give it some saturation, to give it some ambience. Basically, it makes the thumbnails kind of pop up and come to life a little bit. So that's the main thing for your channel. I mean, dude, you're getting the views, right? You're growing 11,000 subs. You got some huge views on here. So you're nailing it there. You're doing that right. Yes, I do use WeChat. I would take my pictures, and you could even do it with the text that's already on there. That works the same. The video that I just dropped in the chat right there, you can do it with your text already on there. You're going to follow the steps in that video, pump up the colors on this, and then I would just put the thumbnails right back up, and I would just keep running, dude, because what you're doing is working. The only thing that I would do is make your colors more vibrant, make your thumbnails pop out a little bit so that the screen grabs are not so dull. That's the biggest problem I have with, like, if anybody doing like action cam stuff or dash cam stuff or whatever, the photos are always a bit washed out and a little bit dull. So running those through Snapseed, it will definitely, and it's, dude, it's like, I use like 3 features in there, and it will definitely like pump everything up and make everything like super colorful. And that's what you want, right? You want the most eye-catching thumbnails possible. Now, there's something else to think about that we talked about earlier in the stream. If everybody else, like if you type in one of your titles and you look at all the thumbnails from other people, right, that are showing up, if everybody else's thumbnails look exactly like yours, then you might want to think of a strategy to do the opposite of what they're doing. That could be less color. That could be different things, right? So take your titles, take a couple titles, type them into YouTube, look at the top thumbnails, and then say, okay, here's the top dogs. I can't make a thumbnail that looks exactly like those. I need to make something that looks a little bit different so it stands out against those, because those are the guys getting attention. So what can I do in this sea of thumbnails to make my thumbnail actually stand out? So that's what I've got for you, dude. And my apologies for making you wait. I didn't see it when you put it in there. I hope that was helpful. Moving right along. And this is really weird. My, yeah, I've got some weird things happening right here. My apologies, everyone. I think we had some lag coming in here. Guys, is it lagging on your end? We got some lag, or is it coming in okay? Okay, good. Fill the throat. Good, 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 good. I'm back. The MAC back. Octorius left a super chat. I thought I got to Octorius. Let me open back up here. Octorius. Why don't I see... the only thing I see for Octorius, and I think oh, I missed the review. My bad, Octorius. He says, Merry Christmas. Thanks for everything. Review, please. My bad, dude. I didn't see the review, please. Sorry about that. Octorius, you're coming up right now. Octorius. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, you know, really, really appreciate you guys, you know, giving super chats and that sort of thing. But like what happens is, sometimes, you know, I might be looking at my phone and I'm doing a review, or I'm trying to fix something here or something like that. And then like super chat goes by and I totally miss it, or I don't read everything because, you know, I skim over the super chat because I'm trying to, you know, juggle everything happening here in the chat. Okay, Octorius. And I'll just ramble on. Those of you who've been following me over on Nick's channel, you know I will just ramble, and I will ramble and easily lose attention. Goldfish head right here. All right. Octorius, weekly Fortnite content, Octorius tips, challenges, and more. I dig it. I'm going to nitpick on you, brother, because that's what I do. What is your goal when you want people to first come to your channel? What's the most important thing to you? Do you want them to first see your name, or do you want them to see weekly Fortnite content, or do you first want them to see tips, challenges, and more, or do you want them to see, oh my goodness, what happened? My bad, everybody, my bad. We can't see. See? That's what I'm talking about. I derailed myself. How's that? Can you see it now? Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like 1 a.m. here, so getting a little tired. I put the D in ADHD. You got it. Okay, so what's your focus here? What do you want them to think about first when somebody's first coming onto your channel? Do you want your name to be in there? Do you want the weekly Fortnite content, tips, challenges, and more? Whatever you want that focus to be, that's what you should make yellow, because as soon as I pulled this up, my eyes went straight to Octorius. Boom, right there, right? So if you're cool with that, if you want your name to be if that's the most important thing to you, that's fine. I personally would probably swap that around, put my name, give my name like a back seat and give them the value. So as soon as they come in there, boom, here's the value that I have for you. But in terms of the design, yeah, everything else dude, it looks really cool. Your top thumbnail, Fortnite channel trailer. I dig it, man. I love the fonts that you're using. Characters, you got the background going on. Ooh, look at these. Nice, big, fat, funky, easy to read fonts. Fortnite Week 3 Challenge Guide, 5 Advanced Sniper Tips. See, you're doing it on your thumbnails, right? Like, look at the 5 Advanced Sniper Tips, right? Like, that's where you want people to look, right? Those are your focus words, and that's exactly what you did. Like, yeah, Fortnite, duh. Of course I'm playing Fortnite. that took a backseat to the fact of what that thumbnail is trying to tell them. 5 advanced sniper tips, bam, focus words, nailed it. Now, I'm going to nitpick again. Nitpick again. I'm not a big fan of using gradients on fonts inside of YouTube. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to read that. I can read yours just fine. And I know you're in the server. I know you're in the Discord. By the way, in the description below, there is a link to the Discord. If you guys want to come into the Nimminati Discord, we help each other with like channel design and stuff like that. I would like to see one of these, like, just, you know, you could do, you know, you could post both thumbs up in the Discord, use the same thumb, but I'd like to see one with the gradient and one with just yellow. So, you know, keep Fortnite blue, that's fine. Or maybe a baby blue, or you might even keep Fortnite that color because the gradient works for Fortnite because it's not like a focus. But for your focus words, I would like to see it a solid color, just like solid yellow. And I'm curious to see if that would stand out a lot more. But again, I mean, I'm nitpicking here. I think these are great additions. Oh, no, no, they can't post links, but they can post thumbnails, can't they? Zaggy? Yeah, there's no links. Hey, the Mitten Dad, how's it going? Yeah, you can't post links, but I believe you can post images. But other than that, as in me, other than that, dude, I like it. I like the big text. I like it super colorful. I dig it. What do you guys think? 1 to 10. I'm gonna give you a 9 on these. How you guys gonna rate these? And if you're a gamer, when you drop your number and then write gamer, so he knows that you're a gamer, because like getting feedback from a gamer is like more important than getting feedback probably from not a gamer. I'm going to give you a 9 on these. I think these are solid, dude. Right? That's generous. Yeah, they look good, dude. You're making great changes, man. Look at this, dude. And I'm not alone, right? They're digging them. Pah! Beanie Draws gives you a 10. Look, a 10. Beanie Draws gives you a 10. Right? 9, 9, 9. 10, I'm a gamer. 9, I'm a gamer. 8.5, gamer, right? And I'll tell you, now I know you guys always talk about M&M sponsorships, but like I would totally take like a Gatorade sponsorship. If Gatorade could get on that. By the way, you know what? I think somebody asked a question about sponsorships. How to Automotive. Man, my apologies, brother. If you're still in here, How to Automotive, you ask a question that says, how do I have any sponsor proposal tips? I'm going to find a video for you right now. Hold on. And Owen Video did a live stream for TubeBuddy. And give me a second. How many of you in here right now are at a stage at your channel where you're thinking about reaching out to sponsors? Right? If you are, just type in yes right now. If you're at a point in your channel right now, and be realistic about where you're at. If you're just getting started with 5, 10 subscribers, it's probably not realistic. But if you're realistically in a place where you can start reaching out to sponsors, type in yes. And I'm going to find a video right now that I want everyone to watch when I finish this stream here in just a little bit. Hold on. I got to find it. Owen Video did a really good stream on the TubeBuddy channel. And I'm going to drop that link in the chat right now. And those of you who don't know who Owen Video is, Owen Himsath, this dude is a absolute powerhouse. If you want to learn tips on live streaming, if you want to learn tips on how to deal with brands or how to better cater to businesses, like he does a lot of business to business stuff with his YouTube channel. Okay, so there's no's, there's yeses, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so Paul Peck, I know you know Owen. So I'm going to drop this link right here. So there you go. Just drop that in. Okay, so I'm actually going to wrap this up here in a bit, but I want you guys to open that up in a new browser right now, and then watch that when I log off here, because Owen's going to walk you through on steps to reach brands. And this guy, he definitely knows his stuff. Like Owen's one of those guys to where, like, when you ask about goals, like, hey, what's one of your goals of 2019? One of my goals of 2019 is to be as awesome as Owen Himsath or Owen Video. Like, that's how rad he is. And he is so knowledgeable. Man, Absolutely awesome. Okay, guys, I have answered a ton of these questions. Unfortunately, man, I don't think I can get... Let me see here. Hold on here. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more questions. I'm going to call it a wrap because I try to get through a ton of these, but they just keep piling up. LFA Reviews, I know you've already checked out, but he says plain or peanut M&Ms. Man, it depends on the mood. Probably peanut, but I'm really loving peanut butter. Moving along to the next one. The link did not work. Hey, guys, did the link not work for you guys? Let me try it here. Did that work? Somebody tap on that. Let me know if that worked. No? What? That didn't work? It worked. Teeth Tam says it worked. Midnight Madness 4x4 says it worked. Okay, so if it's not working for you, then, okay, you're good. Okay. All right, link works. Okay, yeah, so when I end it here, and if you're interested in reaching out to brands, you want to watch that video with Owen Video. And by the way, Owen has his own channel. I'm sure he's linked up in the description of the TubeBuddy stream there. But one, make sure you subscribe to TubeBuddy if you're not subscribed there already. And by the way, they are they're the sponsor of this show every single Sunday. #1 browser plugin and growth app for YouTubers. Honestly, I can't imagine YouTubing without it. Like, I think of how often I use TubeBuddy to help me with my titles, to help me with my keywords. Like every step of the way, they help me with A/B testing my thumbs. Every single step of my way, everything that I do it with TubeBuddy, and I can't imagine how difficult this would be without TubeBuddy because they really help taking some of the guesswork out. Okay, the link is not working. Okay, if the link is not working, then it's gotta be on your end because there's so many people here saying that it is working. So maybe you need to make sure that you're copying it right or copy the whole thing. But okay, here's the thing. If that link is not working, track down the TubeBuddy channel. And I'm sure I'm going to drop that in there, and I'm sure that's going to work. And it's going to be reaching brands in 5 steps with Owen Video. It was streamed 3 days ago. So for those of you who a link, yeah, try a different browser. This is the TubeBuddy channel right here. See if that works. Okay, so Your Majesty XX says the second link worked. And then that is a link to the TubeBuddy channel. It was streamed 3 days ago. So when I call it a wrap here, then you want to go check that out. Make sure you subscribe to TubeBuddy and go over and subscribe to Owen as well. Like if you guys want to learn, like, you know, like I can only show you so much. Nick can show you a ton of stuff. You know, TubeBuddy has a bunch of different people over there. Nick's over there streaming. Owen Video streaming there. Brian G. Johnson streams over there. Andrew Can streams over there. Dusty Porter's over there. There's a whole bunch of Shelly Saves a Day is over there. They got a whole crew of people doing live streams over there. And Owen Video just has a ton of information over in his site as well. That link worked? Okay, perfect. All right, moving right along. I'm going to hit a few more of these questions. Where are we at here? Sanjeev Kunmar says how to include a sentence in a thumbnail. Okay, you don't include a sentence in a thumbnail. What you want to do is you want to find just a couple of focus words, 3, 4, 5, 6 words, and build those up nice, big, and thick so it's easy to read on a thumbnail when you're looking at it on your phone, right? Like if you are looking at a desktop, sure, it's going to be easy to read. But the important thing is how it looks on your phone. Because if you go into your analytics to see what people are looking, like how are they looking at your content? A large portion of them, probably anywhere from 30% all the way up to 80% of your viewers, depending on what your niche is, are going to be looking at it on a mobile device. So you want to make sure that you just put a handful of words on there, focus words, the words that matter, and then that's what you want. Easy, bold, simple to read. Yeah, Paul Peck, that's right. TubeBuddy has a great forum as well. But if you try to put an entire sentence on a thumbnail, it's going to clutter it up. It's going to be too wordy, and it's not going to be focused. It's going to be difficult to read. Okay, Ratty Star, rocking an iPhone, says, hey, I have to pay for Photoshop, which I pay monthly for. Is there an app for my iPhone 7 Plus that will give me just as good results without the cost? Ratty Star Gaming, great question. I think Photoshop is probably the best for desktop users. But if you're on a phone, I would recommend using the following free apps: Snapseed and PixArt, right? PixArt and Snapseed. Now, if you're wanting to do something that you can't do in one of those apps. For example, I get asked this a lot. Let me pull up my channel here. I get asked all the time how I do my extra stroke on my text. This is a very common question that I get on my channel. So people will say, hey, how do you get, and I see they're all small on here. Okay, so you see how I have like the text, and then I have like a black border, then I have like a light gray border going on in the background. A lot of people ask me, how do I do that? How do I get that extra border around there? So that extra border, the only app that I've been able to do that on is Photoshop. But there's a really great site called Photopea. Let me drop that in there. Photopea. Ooh, I just spelled that wrong, sorry. Do not click that one. Risky click of the day. There, photopea.com. That's basically it's not an Adobe product, but it works exactly like Photoshop, but it's a browser version. So if you need to get like extra strokes, extra drop shadows, or do things that you can't do inside of those apps, hey, Ian, have a good one. Happy holidays in China. You can use Photopea, and then that will actually allow you to do things that you can do on Photoshop, and it does work from a browser on your phone. It is a little bit clunky, but it gets the job done. All right, moving right along. Hold on here. Tech Tanny says, how to make tech news like stuff on phone. I'm not really sure what you're asking there. How to do tech news. You would do it like you would anything else. You would set up your phone. You would film yourself. Make sure you have decent audio. If you're on a budget, get the Boya BY-M1 lavalier microphone. You can look at all the tech websites to get up-to-date tech news. And you just film yourself just like you would anything else and put together your tech channel. You can edit on your phone. You can shoot on your phone. You can make your graphics on your phone. My entire channel is dedicated to all of this stuff. So go over, check out the channels on, or check out the videos on my channel. And I've got videos that are going to help you do all of that stuff. So the type of content that you're shooting really doesn't matter that much because the principle is the same. If you're doing a lot of the tech guys like to do the B-roll and stuff like that. I've got videos on that too. You can shoot slow motion. You can shoot the B-roll stuff. That's how you do it. Hey, Daisy Noib in the house. I'm about to wrap it up. Daisy, I'm going to be wrapping this up soon. Where's Nick? Nick might be sleeping now. It's like 1:30 a.m. here. And I'm going to move along to the next question. JT Meister says, are you going to review Power Director and KineMaster? I've made a couple KineMaster videos. I have not done an in-depth video editing tutorial yet. I've basically done a basics, like, hey, introduction to KineMaster. I do have a Power Director video coming out. But what I've found, and you guys can let me know, there's 61 people in here watching. Those of you who are mobile creators, what would you say your skill level is? Like, are you a beginner? Are you intermediate? Are you advanced? Because when I go in and I look at my subscribers, when I go in and look at my subscribers, most of my subscribers are, from 0 subscribers to 500 subscribers. But I would say the majority of them is like 100 or less. So what I don't want to do is I always get 1 or 2 people who come in and they say, oh, can you make advanced tutorials? Yeah, I can. But my audience is not really there for advanced tutorials, right? Like the majority of my audience seems to be either beginner or intermediate. And now watching you guys post all of this, it definitely lets me know that I'm kind of on point there. I see one person say they're advanced, right? Most people are beginner or intermediate. So I don't want to make tutorials that are kind of over everybody's head. I would like to kind of build you guys up and build up your skill level through my beginner videos and build you up to that. Because like advanced stuff, like you can get really advanced with an app like KineMaster or Power Director. Yeah, Ganesh Arts, you're advanced. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Once you get into like, masking and chroma keys and stuff like that, you can get into some really advanced stuff. And it looks cool, man. I would love to do it. I'd love to look and say, hey, look what I can do. But, I want to be able to serve you guys. All right, moving on to the next question. And I've got 6 more questions. 6 more. Beanie Draws again. Do mobile editing apps have file size input limits? Could I input a 4-hour, 20 gigabyte video into edit on an iPhone, or is that a bit insane to try? Beanie, first and foremost, you need to have a phone with that much storage in it. But if you do, I honestly don't know. I've never tried to put a video that's 20 gigabytes inside, so I don't know. I do know that like my iPhone handles 4K, no problem. My new 10s, even my iPhone 7, it handles 4K, no problem. I've never tried to put in 20 gigabytes, but I would say that if you're running, I think you're on an iPhone, if I'm not mistaken. I closed that one down already. I think you're all right. Try it and see. I mean, it's going to let you know right away. Yeah, so Gray Short says I use chroma key and N for sub animation. Yeah, exactly. Animated Lego says, I've got views but no subs. Any tips? Yeah, I don't know how many views you're getting, but if you're getting views and you're not getting subscribers, there are a couple things that could be happening. One, it's possible that you're just not asking them to subscribe, or if you are, you're asking them to subscribe in the wrong place, or you're going about it all wrong, right? Here's something to think about when you're asking somebody to subscribe to your channel. If you're watching my video and I'm saying, hey guys, today we're going to do XYZ. And by the way, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers, right? That doesn't mean that much. But if I say, here's the value that you're going to get if you subscribe to my channel, right? So what I usually say is, if you want to learn how to make content on your phone or be a mobile YouTuber, be sure to hit that subscribe button followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So what I've done is, in the very beginning of that, I told them first what the value is that they're going to get. If you want to learn how to make content on your phone or be a mobile YouTuber, there's value. I'm teaching you how to do that. Then subscribe and hit the notification bell, right? I'm giving them an action, followed by, so you don't miss out on future videos or live streams, right? So it's a little bit of a, like, hey, you don't want to miss out on anything either, right? So a lot of this stuff is like, how do you frame, like if you're asking them to subscribe, how are you framing asking them to subscribe? How you ask somebody how to do something makes all the difference in the world, right? Like 10 different people could come up to you on the street and ask you for money in 10 different ways. But I guarantee there might be one person that comes up to you that says it in the right way, in the right tone, in the right order of words that makes you go, yeah, I've got $1 to give you, right? It depends on how you ask. So if you are asking, make sure you're asking the right way, put your value first, and then also make sure that you're not asking too late in the video or too early. So another thing you want to do is you want to make sure you give them a hook, right? I see a lot of channels, as soon as they come on, right, they give me a subscribe. No offense to my brothers in India. I have much respect for you guys. I love each and every one of you. I love India and I love your country. But I don't like how so many of you will literally start your video. I hit play, and then the video, as soon as the video comes on, you start talking about subscribing to your channel, and you've got some overlay with the finger coming on, tapping the button. Like, you haven't told me anything yet. You haven't hooked me. You haven't told me what the video is about. You haven't told me why I should subscribe to your channel. You just like, hey, subscribe to my channel, right? Like, that's the wrong way to go about it. And I get this a lot when I'm looking at Indian videos. So don't do that. Put your value up front. Tell them why they should subscribe. Put your hook at the front of the video, right? Hook them in. Tell them what they're going to get in the video. Tease them a little bit with that hook. Let them know what's coming. Put your value proposition up there. Let them know why this is subscribe. Put it, then ask them to subscribe. Then a little bit later, you can ask them to subscribe again before that you close the video out. You can also ask them to leave a comment. Give them a reason why. Don't just say, hey, leave a comment down below. Thanks. Right? Give them a reason. Ask them a question. The best people love to give their comments. People love to tell you what they think. They love it. They want to give you their opinion. They want to tell you what apps they're using. They want to tell you what they like, what they don't like. Give them a reason, right? Like, so hey, what's your favorite app? If your app didn't make this list and you think your favorite app should have made this list, go down, leave a comment below, and let me know what apps that I didn't put in this list, right? And I just kind of winged that one, but like that particular thing tells people, hey, if you have something that you think should have made this video, tell me about it. That gives them a chance to go down and express their opinion. Now, the important thing is once they actually go down and they leave a comment, and I know you didn't ask about engagement, but I'm just giving this tip as it kind of comes here. When they go down and they leave those comments, respond to every single one of them, heart them, whatever you got to do. So you don't want to neglect people leaving comments on your videos. Was that helpful? Did you guys understand what I'm talking about there in terms of like putting the value in front of asking them to subscribe and the way to get them to engage? A lot of people will say, hey, you know, people aren't leaving comments. You're not asking them how to do it the right way. You're not asking them how to subscribe the right way. Video call-in show says, love your viewers. Paul Peck Drywall. Yes, Paul Peck, I know you understand. And Paul, I can't believe you're still in here hanging out. I appreciate it, brother. Paul's doing everything right. Paul is like, Paul, for those of you who don't know, Paul Peck hangs drywall. And that's one of those things, you know, I got to pull Paul up here. Hold on. Paul hangs drywall, right? And that's one of those things where it's like, you're like, really, drywall? People can like hang drywall and like get subscribers? Yeah, well, check this out. Paul Peck hangs drywall and has 36,000 subscribers. Yeah, Paul's also the god of Twitter. But look at that. 36,000 subscribers hanging drywall. How-to videos. So what Paul has done, he's solving problems and he's providing value, right? He's doing the two things that are crucial to success. He's solving problems and providing value. He's teaching people how to do this stuff. And you say, yeah, it's just drywall. But 36,000 subscribers, and he's growing fast. Give Paul another year. Give Paul another 2 years. He's going to hit 100,000 subscribers hanging drywall because he's bringing value. So yeah, man, always, Paul, just high five and fist bump to you, brother, all day long. All right, we're going to hit those last couple questions here. Some of these are repeats, so we don't actually have that many. Ooh, wow, that's a repeat too. Okay, moving right along here. Okay, Sushi Craft again says, I make comics on Tumblr. How to get more people reading my comics. Okay, I'm the wrong person to ask about Tumblr, right? Like, I'm not a Tumblr dude. But what I can tell you is this. If you want more eyes on your comics, then you need to be in more places. You need to put your comics everywhere you can put your comics, and you'll find out which ones are going to work and which ones are not. But I would say, hey, I'm going to try 6 months on this platform, 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 and really give it your all. Really go out on that, do it your best, and be engaging. And you'll find out which ones are going to work for you, and then take those ones that are going to work, and I would try those, and I would not try it. I would double down on all the platforms that work for you. I would also try to collaborate with other people who are making comics. Maybe, I don't know if people do collaborate with what you're doing, but for every person who doesn't know about you, if you can collaborate with another channel who they don't know about you, but they can introduce their people to your audience and you can introduce your audience to them, that's a win for both of you. So look for people around your same size. You know, I don't remember how many subscribers you've got, but you don't want to reach out to somebody with like 1 million subscribers because they're probably not going to answer your email. But look for somebody around the same size or pretty close to it. Reach out and don't just hit them up and say, hey, I want to collab. Get a plan together. Contact them with a plan. Hey, I've got this great idea. Give them a detailed idea of the idea that you have. Break it down. Give them a brief outline, and just like, hey, would you be interested in doing this? Right? Give them value. Tell them what you bring to the table. Why they should collaborate with you. If that's what you do. Hey, Ira Rizika, how's it going? I'm sorry I just slaughtered your name there, but yeah, value, man, value. Give them your value. Give them your plan. Reach out for the collab, and that's what I would work at. Anime logo. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more reviews here. Arcturus, I got to that one. B-Ray, how do I get more inspiration? Wow, I got that one too. How do I get more inspiration? Okay, let me make sure I got them all. Did we get to everybody? Wow, we got through the entire list. Now, what I did not do is I didn't answer the ones who were just like, hey, review my channel, please. Review my channel, please. Review my channel, please. Because I really didn't want to pull up a lot of people tonight. Last stream of the year. So hold on, Crypto Cruising. I said I'd give YouTube 6 months, and if I didn't have 100 subs, I'd try something else. 1,000 subs later, I'm so happy. right? 6 months. You put your effort in for 6 months, and you really put in the effort too. You really did the work, and now it's paying off. So yeah, that's working for you. So for those of you who are just joining, this was because this is the last stream of the year. I didn't want to pull up too many channels. I just wanted to answer as many questions as I could. We've been going for almost 3 hours, so I'm going to wrap this up. I can't wake Nick up because he's actually doing a road trip tomorrow, and he needs to drive out early. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I hope everybody had an amazing 2018. I hope it was a great year for you, but 2019 is going to be even better. When we started this stream, everybody came in here and they posted in what their goals were for 2019. If you missed that, if you weren't able to catch the beginning of this, go ahead and type in what your goals are for 2019 right now. Hey, Gary, what's going on? Or Gary, G-A-R-Y, there's your shout out. Type in your 2019 goals right now if you didn't do it early on. Hey, Weird Heather, you have an awesome year too. Look, man, 2019, man, this is our year, right? We got this. We're going to get this together collectively as a community. We've got this, right? This is going to be our year. This is going to be one of the best years. If you're just starting on YouTube, you've got an amazing, amazing community to back you up, to help lift you up. So Mutt Fitness says 1,000 in 6 months is pretty sweet. Yep. Video call and show. Goal for 2019 is 10,000 subscribers. Snowy Rains, thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting me, supporting the Nimminati. Thank you for just being part of this community. Thank you so much. Josephine DeSmit, you have a good one too. Merry Christmas to everybody. That's coming up in a day and a half, 2 days, depending on where you are. Have a happy and safe New Year's. Madness 4x4, Midnight Madness 4x4. 2019 is getting burnt to the ground. That's what I'm talking about. 2019, everybody, that is our year. We are all crushing 2019, aren't we? Yes? Hell yes. Type it in right now. Hell yes, if you're going to crush 2019. I know Paul Peck is. I know Crypto Cruising is. 30-day reviews. Hey, man, Merry Christmas to you too. Jason James, thank you, man. Thanks for hanging out the entire time. Jason James, Merry Christmas to you and your significant other. There you go. Look at it. T-Stamps is crushing it. 30-day reviews is crushing it. Jordan Oliver's crushing it. Your Majesty's crushing it. Weird Heather's got it. Snowy Rains. Oh, yeah. Midnight Madness. Video call-in show. Eric Waite. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You guys got this. 2019. You got it. Beanie Draws, I know you're going to... Beanie Draws, what are you talking about, dude? You're a survivor. You need to knock that stuff off, brother. You are a survivor. Talking about, oh, I got to survive. Dude, you're surviving. You're not going anywhere, brother. You 2019, you're going to get it. Look at that. Hell yes, hell yes, hell yes. I love it, man. On it. All right, guys. Smoking Pot with Steve, I know you're on it, dude. So thank you so much. Thank you for all the support, for all the love for 2018. Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a great New Year's. Have a safe New Year's. And we're going to see you on Nick's channel and on my channel starting again in January. And I hope all of you guys have an amazing holidays in 2019, guys. We are going to kill 2019. See you guys later. Have a good one.